What you gotta do, just hit the button. Just finally hit the button. We'll go live and we'll start a nice little show, and and
But I
let's
don't
not keep
want to start a show.
let's not keep the people waiting.
What people? There's nobody here.
Yawning is contagious.
Just the crickets.
Didn't even know we're here. Do you even watch? Do you even transform, bro?
I know.
You even realm, bro?
Well, when we do these, I call them pop-up shows. It's like when we're doing a pop-up event. You never know when it's gonna happen. It's a pop-up event.
2 Tuesdays in a row.
Wow.
Easy.
Whoa, relax.
Last time I popped up on something, it didn't turn out well.
Ooh.
I have a bad experience with pop-up.
Ooh.
Alright.
What about
It's not
pop-up? Remember that
traumatizing.
pop-up, the game pop-up? What?
Yep.
Pop-O-Matic. All right, I'm old.
My college years wasn't all that, great.
Okay.
All right,
I'm a
hit
little
the
uncomfortable
button,
here. Yeah, everybody
dude. Hit that
uncomfortable.
button.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm back. 2 weeks off. Here we go.
Work.
Fucking intro.
I love that. It's one of those just classic things. I'm sure a lot of us have that as like a ringtone or a text message sound.
I used to. I need to get it again.
Yeah, at least at one point or another in our lives. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the pop-up show.
Pop-up show, like a pop-up event.
The pop-up event show. Do you even transform, bro? Welcome to another episode of Do You Even Transform?
Fuck that,
bro.
We ain't transforming here.
Ain't no transforming going on. I don't transform shit. Dust don't transform shit.
Another one.
Derek
Actually,
transforms.
I do.
A lot.
I do. Anytime
Transforms a
fan
lot.
stores send me something and I take it out the box and have to turn that waste, that's considered transforming. So yeah.
Someone write that
Adults and
down.
transforms.
Someone, please.
Wait a minute. See, I just told these guys I was expecting something. I'm going to show you in a second. Give me 1 second.
All right, we're giving them a second. Buying some time. Come on, guys. Buying some time. We're buying some time. Buying some time.
Wait till you get that.
Buying some
Mark,
time.
we're gonna get a lot of it.
Buying some time. We're buying some time. What's up, guys?
Hey.
It's been a long time. Thought I
been a very
left you without a big round to step to. Just busy, man. I've been fucking crazy with work. 2 inventories in a row, 2 weeks. Had to cover another store. Last week, today was my inventory. I did it. Came out really good. And I'm here with you guys on a special pop-up show. Wow, someone knocked on the door. Is that a Crash Box exclusive right there, bro?
Ooh, I see
Think
a
so.
Yeah.
logo on that.
There you go.
Yes.
Are we going to do a live right out the box here? Not even starting the show up?
I know.
Oh,
I know.
man.
Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1
Come
second,
on, let's
1
do this.
second.
Let's do this.
Yes. Did this show just transform into another show?
It might be. We haven't done it right out the box in a minute, so we might as well
No.
just put them together.
All right.
Deep and right out the box, bro.
Yo.
Oh my
Wow, that
Whoa.
fucking
God,
got
that's-
fucked up.
That's gnarly.
Shout out to the BX.
Yo.
Dude.
You even ship a clean package, bro? Look at this.
Dude.
Dude, there was somebody
My
this morning
condolences.
at 6:45 that got to work and was in a really fucking bad mood. And yeah!
Just kicked my shit all over the place.
Gold
Did Ace Ventura get a hold of it or something?
Dude, look at the corner of that box, dude. Look at that.
Shout to Crashbox.
As long as the inside is okay, which I'll
Yeah.
expect.
It'll be great. It's okay.
Hey.
We don't need windows. We don't need plastic windows. It's okay. It's okay. And next year it'll be. It was a joke. It was only a joke, guys. We're bringing it back. We're bringing the plastic back.
Goodness,
It's a
goodness.
joke.
I mean, I
Nice.
think that's already going around that might be happening.
Yeah, because they're starting with the Marvel Legends, so you know it's gonna go around the whole fucking bend. But it was a joke.
Yeah,
Watch
The
watch them bring
Sopranos.
Styrofoam back.
So sorry for that interruption, but
No, that was good, man. That's a fucking dope interruption, man. Good for you, man.
that's great. I'm gonna check that out. Of course, like I said, the perfect timing, right? This is an episode of Do You Even Transform, bro? So we're gonna talk about some Transformers tonight, particularly G2 stuff. But I'm not sure if we got a chance to go around the yard real quick. So I heard Dust Mites. She took over for me as I stepped away real quick. But
We were buying
welcome
some
to-
time. We were buying
Welcome
some
to the
time.
show, bro. Welcome to the show.
What's up, dude? Like I said, I've been MIA for a couple of weeks and dealing with some work shit, and I got tonight off, and yeah, man, I'm just happy that we were able to do this. I said, hey, man, I got Tuesday. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Transform, bro, right out the box. What's going on? And I had a little
do
bit. Yeah, I was like, come on, I got an idea. Let's just show up and do it, man. Why not?
Yeah.
Like I said, it's one of the pop-up shows. Like right out the box, a pop-up show. This is a pop-up show. It's not set in stone. It's not something every week. We don't want everybody to think, oh, it's going to be on every week. This is something that's just when we all get together, we all want to have a good time, and we all want to talk about it. You know what I mean? And this is my favorite thing tonight. Wait a minute. The return of Dut.
The typo,
Wow.
the typo.
I love it, man. I love
Yeah.
it.
Well, it's good to see you, bro. We've missed you on Monday nights the past couple of weeks.
I
Ain't
missed
the
you
same
guys,
as-
man.
ain't the
You know,
same.
wait till
Yeah,
next
man.
week. The big return.
The big return.
There we go. Dut mites. I'm good. I'm good now. Dut
Here's
mites.
the music.
All right.
The
all right.
Dut mites. The Dut
Next
mites
up.
is in us.
We got Derek B. What up?
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Hey, fellas. Yeah, man. I like it. What do I like? I like that it's, first of all, it's August. It's the first day of August.
Summer's over, people.
Rent's due, baby.
And
Oh, God.
rent, mortgage, payoffs, yeah. Set up money, all that's due on the first.
Yep.
But yeah.
Don't get your
but
kneecaps
we are-
broken.
Right. But we are
Pay your
literally
bookies.
20 and okay, so there's two things I'm looking forward to this month. The 12th, which is NJCC, and the weekend of the 24th, BotCon. It is going to be an exciting month, at least for me. I know it's going to be an exciting month for y'all too, but man, I'm telling you, I need a refill.
Ready?
I'm ready.
What? Give him another one. What? We'll play too much at the same time. I'm. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I've been
Yo,
a
the return of the Rock.
little off.
Man, I'm telling you, man, we 24 days away
Yeah,
from
August is
that
crazy,
Rock
man.
Box reveal. Woo!
Dude, if you haven't tuned in on Monday, we gave a little taste of the Realm actually has a faction symbol now. You know what I mean? Take it for what it is. It's fucking dope.
know
Shout out
that
to JD on that. If you don't see the mirrored R's, come on. Look what we're
Yeah.
doing, people.
Hey, need to get a sticker sheet out now.
Yeah,
Do
dude.
some faction logos, put them on your figures.
I could just see sub factions. Jackaltrons or some Jackal Squad one. You got this one. You got that one. The Realm Hat one's gonna have one on Fridays. This is it.
Yeah.
We're gonna start a multi faction war in the Realm.
So for those that didn't see it yesterday, do we got?
There you
Oh
go.
yeah,
That's
there
so
it is.
cool.
Yeah, Chris killed that, man. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
This is dope for the banner,
yeah,
Yeah.
for the group, man.
cover photo. Nice,
Blood splatter. I didn't see that one. That's blood.
pretty
splatter.
dope, pretty dope.
Yeah, it's the title.
oil
It's,
splatter.
it's on the banner for the group now. That shit's
Yeah.
hot, man.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
pretty
okay.
dope.
That's-
Dang, I
hot,
didn't even
man.
notice that. You know
Yeah,
what?
man.
Yeah, I did not know.
That's what I changed mine to. I was like, oh, I gotta do this one. Whoever
Dude,
did that one,
like
figure was
everybody
good.
was trying to make it
Yeah,
different. I put a black background around it. Someone took it. then I saw Energon Addict making like a Decepticon one. He took that one. I added some lens flare to mine because I saw people
I saw
taking
that.
mine. I'm
Ding.
like,
That's
man,
amazing.
now we're warring about how many different ways we can make this fact and simple. But it's so dope, man. It's like,
great.
it's
Yeah.
like, why didn't we fucking think of this years ago? You know what I mean? Why didn't we think
loving
about
it,
this years ago? It's fucking
cool.
great, dude.
Yeah, shout
It's
out to
fucking
JD
great.
for that one, as we
Yeah,
said.
fucking
Sir,
JD,
sir.
man.
JD, thank you so
Derek.
much.
Fucking
bro.
killing it, man.
Thanks
Killing
for
it.
joining us tonight. And last but not least, we got Dalton joining us once again this week. What's up, bro?
I mean, pretty much the same as last week. Working. Freaking out about budget, especially with BotCon coming up. So, hey, gotta love existential dread too with that,
No
right?
sacrifice.
PayPal credit,
no
man.
victory.
Get that
No
PayPal
sacrifice.
credit.
Oh God,
0%, 0%, my man.
No
it's,
more.
it's almost
Do it in
max.
6 months.
Well, if you need a floater loan, you can hit me up. There's about 4 points on the VIG. If you don't pay by the first, I got a couple of guys gonna go visit you. You know what I mean? So make sure you pay by the first.
You know,
Well, thankfully, I mean, I'm not after a whole lot, so I think what I've got budget-wise will be good enough.
What I'm excited was what they just did recently was they're joining with Robotech, and you know, like when we talked to Hanny when he first told us about BotCon, he says it's not just about Transformers. BotCon is robots. It's robot. Bitcoin shouldn't be, but robots. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
it's so cool. I can't wait to see, and especially with all these new Robotech reveals that are coming out,
Yeah.
and how they're doing new lines. I can't wait to see what's going on. And
Yep.
you know, at first I was like, another Transformers convention, been there, done that, blah blah blah. But now with these additions, it's like making me like, you know, you might want to get up a little early that Sunday. You know, I mean that Saturday if you can. You know, so.
Well, that's the thing is like it's BotCon, right? So it's not just Transformers.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
It's robots. It's everything. You know, all types of.
Yeah,
and
I can't
think
wait
it's
to see what else they're gonna bring to the table. You know,
robot focused and stuff. But I'm sure you could even find other types of action figures there. It's not just going to be like robotic stuff, which is cool. Like they've kind of.
Yeah.
It's not just geared towards one thing, but of course the main draw is all the different types of robots you're going to find there, which is great.
and you know what's so
Bring on-
crazy? It's right across the fucking river from New York, man.
It's close,
so-
yeah, for us. here
You
in the
know,
city, yeah.
this is gonna be
Nice.
a very, very fucking full fucking show, man. It's gonna be a lot of people.
It's gonna be a
Yeah.
good
I'm
time.
excited, man. I'm getting excited, man. It's been in the back of my mind, but now I'm actually at work. I'm making schedules for that week now, and I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah. I'm more excited for like the other like the ancillary stuff. Like we got our rock party, the reveal,
Yeah, of
and
course,
all that,
dude.
and then just like the normal like hanging out and stuff like that we do. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like that. That's what I always look forward to. You know, of course, the
sir.
convention and the toys and all that is great.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but knowing that so many of us like tend to gather at these things, it's a great chance just to catch up with everybody.
Well,
in
and also
person
everybody's
and
coming
have a good
different
time.
days and different doing things, you know. Like so, even though I live in the same state and I'm 40 minutes away, I got Thursday night. I'll be there through Sunday. So, you know, I like that fact that maybe I could kick it with some people that early before everything starts. You know what I mean? Even though I live close, it doesn't matter. The hotel room rates are so fucking cheap. It's all good. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a really good time.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it. So.
All right. Well, before moving on, one more of our castmates has just arrived. Let's introduce him, the one and only Eric B. Welcome.
Wow, wow. What's happening? How y'all's everybody out there today?
What's up,
What
dude?
very well, very well.
Long day. Long day,
Dude,
bud.
I know. That's what I was telling him like earlier. Like, didn't you take a nap? It was 45 minutes. It's not enough. I've been up since 3. I'm making it work.
No doubt. No doubt.
Like the first 10 minutes, like a pre-show, I was just like,
He was like, I gotta kick it up. Gotta kick it up.
yeah. But now, like, you know, the best part about this and what I love about all this is once you get in here with everybody and we're all talking, we're having a good time. The power just, it's like some He-Man shit, you know what I mean? It just
Yeah, man.
empowers you, and you're just like, all right, I'm here.
Feeding off that energy. Feeding off that energy.
Exactly, and that's exactly what we were talking about with BotCon coming up, and I can't wait
Ooh,
to feel that
can't wait.
energy, man. I cannot
Yeah,
wait.
man. And and not only BotCon, but as Derek said, he brought up NJCC. That's just a couple of weeks away. Then we got BotCon a couple of weeks after that, and then just a couple of weeks after that, RetroCon.
Y'all conning out there, boy.
Discussed. So
6
it's
weeks.
like
Wow.
a lot of realms going on.
Yep.
A lot of realming going on over
man.
the course of the next 6 weeks or so. So
sir.
it's gonna be great. It's gonna be good times. It's gonna be
Eric,
good
I
times.
took your echo cancellation off. You sound way better, dude.
Thank you.
There you go.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
I got to
All
teach you guys. I got to teach the admins.
Yoda.
It's too much, man.
Thank you, Yoda.
Yo,
so as
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Jose.
no, go ahead.
No,
bro.
go ahead.
No, I just want to
Awkward.
yeah, man. I just want to say that this week is already starting off kind of crazy. So many of you know I got a promotion pretty recently, right? So probably like 6 weeks ago now, I think. Well, I'm already kind of training for that next role already. My service manager stepped down abruptly yesterday, and I am now the interim service manager at my job, man. So
Wow.
y'all pray for your boy. It's
Yes,
gonna be a
sir.
struggle of a week. It's gonna be a struggle of a week,
man.
but I'm in a good spot, man. So
Good.
I'm grateful.
That's it, man.
I want to share that with my nearest and dearest.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
he say one of those bad jokes? Did he say it off topic?
Oh man, no. Actually, it's crazy because I've been in this business for going on 13 years now, and you've seen every cast and character. It's always normally like the service managers. You're either getting a really bad one or a really good one, and he was one of the really good ones. Somebody who was taking me under his wing, mentoring me, and buffering me from a lot of stuff, just kind of helping me get acclimated to the new role and seeing it from a customer friendly perspective, which that's the type of guy I am. And to see him go so soon, man, I'm a little sad about it, but
Oh, man, that
I
sucks.
get it. You know what I mean?
So he's
It
one
is
of the
what
good
it is.
ones that had to go.
Yep.
well,
He was
hey!
like, I'm out.
It's all good, man. Just step right
Sometimes
in.
it happens in the workplace, man. The work, depending on the circumstances, the good ones tend to leave when their value's not seen. You know what I'm saying, or
Dude.
not appreciated. Over time.
My company, it's like rats on a sinking ship, man. They're just fucking running. It's unbelievable. When you see corporate guys that work at corporate leaving, you're just like, whoa, this guy's been with the company 30 years. He's bouncing out now after 30 years. It's just like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a really crazy time out there. So
Yeah, man.
just
Well,
protect
good,
protect your neck.
Congrats on the promotion and stuff, and just
Yeah,
like
thank
just kind of wing it, do what you got to do as you know you can. You know what I'm saying? And of course, like you show them you step up, or you do what you got to do, and maybe that'll lead to further opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Right now it's an interim position, and I'm comfortable with interim because I don't know the day-to-day fixed ops operation side of things. I mean, handling customers and customer complaints, and making sure I run certain reports. I'm good with that. I can do that in my sleep. But it's the understanding the warranty aspect of thing and all the behind the scenes paperwork and
Yeah.
being less hands-on with customers. That is the transition piece.
I'm sure there's binders you could read for that. Binders,
Yeah, I
I'm
hope
sure they're gonna,
Probably
Big
if it
training
does
manual.
become-
binders and
well,
training.
I ain't gonna say when
They
it
should be
becomes
giving you at
permanent.
least 4 weeks of training.
Oh,
4 months
right.
of training.
When it becomes
Yeah.
permanent, I'm sure they're gonna send you away from some specialized training or something
Yeah.
like that. And,
One can hope, man. This industry, listen, if you work in the car industry, like sometime it's trial by fire.
Yeah.
So-
There's no missed minutes to walk them through it.
no. But
Hi,
I'm
Eric.
hoping.
Hi, Eric. We're to talk about
Exactly.
warranties on the vehicles.
But they
No
said
missed
that they would
minutes?
have support. So, we'll see, man. We'll see. It is different working for a company that has 7 stores under their belt. So they have
You know what? My
corporate
boxer
side of
brief said
things.
they were going to be supportive too, and that's. I'm back.
Found
I'm
out
sorry,
very
guys. I'm
quickly.
sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
But don't let me
wait till
derail
you
the
get that
show,
one
man.
customer. Wait till you get that one customer to come in. What do you mean I don't have a warranty on my door handle? It was an
man, that's
accident.
every day. That's every day. Dude, I got
I want to see
stories
your
for
manager.
days.
I got just the person for you.
Stories for days, man.
I bet.
Oh,
But no,
Oh,
seriously,
man, listen.
congrats, man.
Thanks, man.
I know you're
Yeah.
gonna do well, man.
I appreciate it.
absolutely.
Appreciate
You
that
got
vote of
it, bro.
confidence.
Thanks for sliding in and joining us tonight.
I'm here. Let's have some fun.
All right, so we're gonna go over some like I don't want to say like a complete retrospective.
Wait.
ahead,
Before
go
we even get into this, there's one thing that we have to say. Ladies and gentlemen, driving the bus tonight is the one and only Hurricane B. It's been a minute since you heard it, yo.
Yo.
There it is. And shout out to Brian, really killing it on Monday with the sound
Yeah.
effects.
Yeah, big ups, Brian. Big ups.
He just has to make sure he hits the right promo when he starts a show. That's all I'm going to say. The intro yesterday was like, oh,
That was funny.
I missed
So,
the intro.
I
though.
should have deleted that one, but you know.
I didn't even. It's funny because I was gonna say it, didn't even get to say it. But you know, having the keys here, I was able to see his reaction while that video
like,
was
"Ooh."
playing, and he was like, "Oh, I hit the wrong button."
Do you
That was
even
so
preview, bro? Now, normally, if I'm not on the show, I would jump in and put a new one in there. You know, because basically with the videos would be it's the intro, it's the breaking news, what you get, and you know, like it's all in a row. It's all simple. You know what I mean? But I didn't have a chance on Sunday to even change it. I didn't have a chance even on early Monday to get in there to do anything. So he was just using whatever was in the playground, you know what I mean, in the soapbox. So you know, but it was funny. It was just funny. I rewatched it like, man, I was like, oh,
It's
wait.
great.
Yeah.
It's great. Moments like that just make.
Yo, yeah, that's what makes it so much fun, man. It makes it so much fun. All right, dude.
Yeah. So, all right. So, Generation 2. You know, as you've seen, you know, Hasbro mainline, they've hit that G2 bug. You know what I'm saying, with a lot of recent reveals and releases of a lot of these classic characters in their G2 color schemes. A lot of this stuff just released, I think, exclusively on Walmart.com. A lot of it sold out. If you're lucky, you can find this stuff in stores. The Sideswipe, the G2 Grimlock, a few of those other pieces. You know, I think all of us have a little bit of experience with G2. So, you know, before we're gonna do some screen sharing stuff, get into the Marvel comics, get into some of the toys and stuff that came out back in the day. But I want to, you know, go round robin, ask everybody what's sort of their initial Transformers G2 experience. This debuted in the early 90s. You know, just the fact that they named this era Transformers Generation 2 just by default means that everything that came before it is considered Generation 1, which has been a term that has stuck, of course,
Yeah.
in the fandom. So, you know, I think early 90s, I want to say 92 or so is when these action figures started coming out. I believe the Marvel Comics started kind of doing the comic books in 93, sort of
93.
explaining,
Yeah, it started
you
in
know,
93.
the switch over and stuff like that. And a lot of that stuff I remember. I was collecting comics back in the day, and I remember really, really being into that storyline. But I'll start with Dust and work my way through.
Sure.
What's your initial thoughts and experiences with Transformers Generation 2?
Toy wise, I was way moved on by then. I didn't care about it. I was doing I mean, 92. Jesus Christ, I was making beats and collecting records and shit like that.
Early 20s Dust, right?
Yeah, 92. Let's say 22, 82. Wow, I was a little bit older than that. So I was like 30. late 20s, early 30s. Does. But you know, I really didn't give it even a look. I did see the comic book, and at the time, it was like I looked at the art and I laughed at it because, you know, 90s comics, you're thinking McFarlane, Liefeld art and stuff like that. I'm like, what are they doing? And, you know, like back in the day, like Transformers books and G.I. Joe books were always looked at like fodder. It was like what you read on the bathroom, left it on a sink. Burned it in the furnace for fire, you know, in the fireplace if you got cold. It was never those books were never taken seriously as comic books in my days growing up. But to see now how these books are getting such a huge, price
The
point
nostalgia.
nowadays,
The
just with
yeah,
nostalgia
points
and
of
whatnot.
reason on it.
And now they're like, oh, first Grimlock. Come on, bro. Really? You gonna do that? You know, they're really trying to like dig deep. But the G2, I remember I got the first book from a friend later, probably maybe towards the end of the 90s. And I read the first issue and I'm like, wow, this is fucking dope. And then when they started doing Masterpiece and stuff like that, I think the first thing that really rocked me was when they did that G2 Sideswipe from that one panel, which we'll see. You know, the one panel, you know, where he was just black with the red. He's a badass, double holding guns with the spike tires on that shit, man. How 90s can that be, man? You know, like wow. The colors alone. The colors alone, and going back to it and reading it and looking at it now, some of the toys were, it was pretty much out there, but like thinking about it from a fiction aspect, it was pretty good. It's been a while since I read it, and I'm gonna reread the series this week to really get into it a little bit more. But you know, honestly, at the time, it was nothing to me. At that time when it came out, I didn't even.
You were just out of it. You were
totally out of it.
Times that you weren't even like thinking about Transformers.
Oh yeah,
and at that
I was sampling Isaac Hayes records and throwing drums over. it.
I totally
like,
get
that's
it.
where my money was going. You know.
I've had points like that throughout life. I've discussed it on past like shows and stuff. You know, like just you have those lulls. Like I have a couple of years I was really deep into the collecting, and then a few years I get out of it, and a few years in, a few years out. Like
Well, that's why it's so cool now. So many years later, now as an adult, I could sit back, read the books, and enjoy some of this. You know what I mean? And and even say, what they're releasing now is like, I don't know why I like this, but my eyes love it and I want to buy it. And I'm like, stop! I don't need a neon Grimlock, but it looks so good. No, it doesn't. No. It doesn't. It
the
doesn't
robot
look
mode,
good.
man. The robot mode looks pretty good.
Yeah. It's just like one of those things. Like, but I missed it back then. It's okay to miss it. No, it's not. This is the dust in the head.
The thing is like that's a little bit of my experience with the G2 is that. I was young. I was like, 13, 12, 13 when that stuff first started dropping. But I was older, you know what I'm saying? So,
guy.
The G1 stuff, I wasn't really buying with my own money. That was always gifts I was receiving, and I was lucky to get whatever characters I received. And I got some pretty, decent characters. But with the G2, it was like, for me, I loved that it was the G1 toys again, because I'm like, oh, now I can get guys I never had before.
Yeah.
And then I'm buying them with my own money. So the only thing that did discourage me was that they switched up the color. Devastator was like yellow instead of the green, but Optimus Prime was still his normal color. He just had the black trailer, came with the little thing with the Autobot logo on it that made all the sounds, little sound box. The Starscream also very similar. It was gray, that gray and
exactly
red.
like him.
So, stuff like that. That's kind of what drew me to it. Like, I could get some characters that I missed out on and stuff. As they started going deeper into the line, I kind of fell out of it again. Some of those more colorful and obscure
it didn't get too deep. It kind of got fucking locked down pretty quick.
Yeah, but the comics, I was all in, man. Like, I was all in, and just the early part of the line where it was sort of more of the re-releases of the G1 stuff is what I kind of like enjoyed out of it. Derek, what about you?
So the G2 comic came out in literally my first year of college, and I remember because my college actually at our bookstore, they carried comics at the bookstore. So you can actually get the recent comics during that time either there, or you can go to the comic book shop, which was literally about 7 miles going the other direction of Maryland, from where I went. So the cartoon also came out that year too. Now, when I heard about it going on, because you saw the ads, it was all the these CGI animated characters and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And then this day of the show that comes out, I'm making sure that I'm home because of course it comes home. It comes on in the afternoon, the usual time when kids are sitting in front of a TV and getting ready to watch cartoons. And then I get through the theme. It played the theme through the whole thing. I'm like, all right, it's a new change, and they're drawing it a little differently now. Okay, cool. And then it gets to that screen, and then it's the first episode of the G1 cartoon, and it's just like the whole transition thing happened,
and every 5 seconds,
right? And I'm just like, okay, maybe they're just doing this for getting everybody familiar. That's the old fans. They trying to get them familiar, and then trying to transition them into doing something new. 30 minutes later, credits come up. It's like, what did I just watch?
Yeah, it was.
What did I just watch? I literally just watched the same episode I saw back in 1984.
No,
when
it wasn't the
first
same.
came
You had
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, it
every
was
3
all that-
seconds.
You had
Show
rivets.
some.
You had rivets being spun to loosen up the screen to transition over to the next screen, and I'm like, really,
They were wilding, bro.
really,
Yeah.
really. I'm glad I didn't pay for this. All right.
Ritalin.
Right.
Yeah.
But I tell
That
you,
was
man,
disappointing. You didn't
I
get
tell you, man,
anything new
the
there, really.
exciting part of that was actually getting that D2 comic, and then seeing that foil cover, opening that up, and then just seeing the new artwork.
Yeah.
Which again was a little different, but at least this time when I got into it, it was a new story that was being told.
Yeah, new
and then
fiction,
It was
yeah.
like it wasn't no rehash. of
Once
anything.
again, the comic book came through with different fiction.
Yes,
which
and the
what I loved
introduction
about
of
doing the
Jaxis
comics through the
and
years.
all of that,
Yeah.
and it was just fantastic. It was a fantastic read. It was a fantastic run. So
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
I loved it. I mean, I loved it for that, and I just love the fact that Transformers was back on the scene in some.
Well, did you buy any of
capacity.
the toys?
No, I didn't.
He was out. He was out.
I
He was
can
out.
wholeheartedly tell you that I
Yep.
did not
Nope.
buy any of
Not
the
a
Batman toys because
fucking
I
one.
saw the commercial, and when they did that Optimus Prime reveal with the voice box, as soon as the voice box went, "I am Optimus Prime," I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
Well-
it's not for me. Not knocking anybody that actually bought them.
No,
but
no, of
it
course,
just
of course.
wasn't-
I
it
mean-
just- I'm like, no.
And we get it. They were
no.
doing all the gimmicks at the time to keep that line
Keep it
alive.
fresh.
And
Yeah,
I
keep
get it.
Fresh. Yeah.
But,
But and then-
it just didn't work, man. Maybe if they waited a few more years, maybe they would have been able to, get a little bit more on the hook. But I don't know. I don't know, man. But don't get me wrong. There's a lot of G2 fans out there, man. There are a lot of G2 fans.
Sure, it is, and then not again, not knocking it. It's just the G2 toys weren't for me, but the comic series, yeah, that Marvel G2 run, yeah, it was all.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back and read it.
Yeah, and it only lasted 12 issues. That was the thing,
Yeah.
So back, and it's crazy because I don't know what the exact numbers are, but I think the numbers that book was selling, when they canceled it, I guess for the 90s it wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? But like in
But
the
nowadays
current
it would
day,
be
like
off
they
the
would be
hook.
dying to have those sales for a book nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So. It's just interesting, but it only lasted 12 issues after the original 80 issue run, and it was a continuation from that. But they did try to just take it in a new direction. Simon Furman.
Dormammu's got a huge point here too. The rapping on the commercials or something.
Yeah,
Yep.
They totally went a different route. It was
Yeah.
90s, and it wasn't no more that or the music and the cartoon or the animated. They had the rapping commercials, which
Yeah,
I
they
would
had
like to sit here and listen to it, but I don't know. I don't know. I think with a video like that, I don't know. Even though it's probably cleared on fucking how many years, 20 years or something like that it is, if it's not. But we're not gonna take that chance here tonight. But
Yeah. No,
go on
let's not do
YouTube
it.
and watch those.
And it's funny because he did bring it up too, like and we said all the gimmicks that those things had. That was a thing, like the water gimmick. You had to squirt like the other Transformers.
The
and it
warm
would reveal,
water
like,
and the
new
color
colors.
changes.
Yeah,
But it was the same thing that they were doing with G.I. Joe, and some of it was the same they were doing with Mask.
yeah,
They were
yeah.
doing anything they can to keep these 80s franchises keep moving through the 90s as the 90s
It made them
changed
billions of
and moved.
dollars. It
Yeah.
made them billions of dollars. They want to keep that money train rolling.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, where other companies were coming up with something new and new fiction, they were still holding on to what they had instead of taking that money that they put into production for G2 and actually putting it into something new. But they were just, hey, we got the molds, let's run it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's business. You know what I mean?
yeah. Don't
As
you have it.
as adults, we understand, but not as kids, not as young adults. Some of us, but
Any experience back then from when all this stuff was? I mean, no, you're young. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
You probably weren't even born in the early '90s.
no,
But
my first experience seeing anything G2 was either scrolling on YouTube or scrolling on the old Transformers website back in '08. And then I just kind of got like entranced by those commercials, just seeing all those weird, just the rap videos, and then the just the weird painted color schemes on some of those toys, the weird gimmicks like the rotor force gimmicks, the laser rods, laser cycles, the air bladder ones like the Hero Prime and Megatron. So just
yeah.
crazy stuff. That's where I'm more interested in with G2. I do want to get into the the fiction and everything, but it was the crazy color schemes that drew me in. I mean, of course, being a kid at the time.
It's nice, interesting perspective too, because not having like seen it like originally, like you're like seeing it after the fact. So now it's like a lot of people with the G1, it's like this treasure trove of just stuff, you know what I'm saying, that you could just scroll through and check out and see what you like or what you don't like. And they did a lot. Like a lot of that stuff actually still remained unreleased. And I know that when it came to like a lot of the toys, they were still putting out a lot of the G1 stuff in Europe that was never released like over here. So they sort of kind of started putting that stuff out and recoloring it. Again, hit or miss, but you know what, it was tough back then, because '93 was that Power Rangers craze. You know what I'm saying? Like when Mighty Morphin Power Rangers debuted, that basically blew every other kid's property like out the water. Like at that time. So for the Transformers franchise, like this was almost like just trying to hold on with like a dying breath, you know what I'm saying, trying to revitalize and make money. And it wasn't until they really did Beast Wars is where they kind of got back into the game, which was just like I think a few years later. So I mean the comics, as Dust said, he's got the little comic drop in the group, so anybody, you got one last final shot to grab those. It's only a 12-issue series. You could read it through it pretty quick. I know it's probably available in trade paperback more than likely as well. But it was pretty cool. If you were a fan of the Marvel 80s, the 80s and 90s comic, it just basically was a continuation of that. And then again the figures as well. Like Eric, were you into that at that time? Like, you know what I'm saying? I know we grew up on the stuff in the 80s. Were you digging the G2 stuff when it first came out? What were
yeah, man. So in the early 80s, I was born in 82, so I'm 41 years old. So by the time Transformers came back out again, it was in syndication for me, so I didn't get to catch it like episodically like many of you guys did. So when G2 rolled around, sounds like Loki's going crazy back there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
No, you good, bro. You good.
She's discovered the studio. She's becoming a studio rat.
Yeah, man.
So I'm sorry. Just let me know. I'll kick it.
Nah, you good, bro. Hit her with that boom bap every now and then.
It was funny. We were leaving the vet today, and she was in her little box, and she was in the carrier screaming, because she's not vocal. Just when she does, she's uncomfortable. And I'm listening to her, and J. Rue came on. J. Rue the Damager, Come Clean. And the beginning was that with the drums, boom, boom, and I'm like, all right, Loki, these are hard drums. These are the drums you need to get used to, because this is what you're gonna hear a lot. And she got quiet for like 3 seconds, and I'm like, nope,
got her.
Nope. So we'll make her a boom bap cat.
There you go. There
I'm
you
sorry.
go.
Go ahead,
Love to hear it. No, you good, man. So when by the time G2 came around, and this is coming from a kid who never really owned Transformers as a kid, I remember the first Christmas, the Optimus Prime with the pressed down, the Laser Prime, I guess is what they call them now, and the Megatron, there was a tank, green and purple came out, and I got those for Christmas. And those were like probably the first Transformers that I know my parents bought me, like my mom and my granddad bought me. And then the G2 Jets came out, and those are the first Transformers I bought with my own money. So I enjoyed G2 for what it was. Like, it was different, obviously, seeing the CGI stuff at the beginning and as they would change from scene to scene, but also recognizing that it was still the G1 cartoon that I missed as a kid. So it was cool to kind of see that, week to week or day by day, just to see it, man. And, you know, when they got canceled, I was still around when they got canceled, and I was like, man, this sucks. Like, I never got the chance to finish the entire G1 run as a kid, so it was pretty cool to see.
I was gonna say, did you ever go to the video store and get the FHE cassettes?
Yeah.
But you didn't get the full series. You got like
They get
the
the
first three, and then you got
episodes.
the mini series. So you never got
big
to see it
red
all.
box.
Yeah, the
So,
big.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Dude.
Yeah.
Listen,
I still
fun
got
fact.
them actually. I actually
Fun
bought them.
fact.
I actually got them in archive. So yeah, I got
Nice.
well, not all of them, but I got a couple of them. I got a couple of the GI Joe ones too. So
Nice.
So, fun fact, my mom bought me the original G1 animated cartoon movie, 86 movie,
Okay.
on that cassette. and it was
Laser
in that-
disc.
No, no. But it was definitely in that big packaging, and it had FAE on the side of
Yep,
it,
yep.
HE on the side of it.
Big
before,
white.
before Shout
that
Factory
open.
started distributing it later down
Such
the
good
road.
times.
So
Such
yeah,
good
man, I
times,
remember
man.
that. Yep. But that was pretty much my iteration with that, and then that kind of led me into collecting some of the Beast War toys because that wasn't too long after.
Yep.
But you know what sucks? What's crazy is, to me, the animation from the G1, G2 stuff was still better than, no offense, Dalton, the Beast Wars animation.
oh, was it?
Like,
No, it wasn't.
It was.
No.
It was better.
Yes,
it was
it
better
was.
to me.
Well-
It was sharper. It was cleaner. It was the lines, the panel lines were better.
I will have to
Like,
say,
I enjoyed it better,
Beast Wars was different. It was new.
and it was a
weren't-
better story for sure.
You can't
Yeah.
really compare those two because the
Yes, you can. It's no. Wait a minute. 3D animation is 3D animation, bro.
No.
CG cell is CG cell. You can compare them apples to oranges.
okay,
Yeah.
but at
It's
that
the same
time,
thing. I mean, apples to apples.
it really wasn't. But you know, at that
No,
time,
you're right.
92,
G2 was better.
that
Do you even
no.
Beast Wars Neo, bro?
Yeah, you know, no,
There's
Neo
your
was actual
animation.
animation, but you know,
Yeah, it was
it's
good stuff.
But with Beast Wars,
Scuba.
by the time that came, the animation was they were doing what was called at the time 3D model rendering.
So, Derek, let me
So-
stop you. Before you get too technical, it didn't pass my eye test. That's all I'm saying. The eye test
The
for me, it was
warranty
better.
on that 3D rendering is not in the binder.
I'm
Actually-
good. I'm good on it. I understand the technicality and stuff, but
Yeah.
before we go too deep, as a kid, I wasn't thinking that far. I thought this looked better than that. That's all
Guys.
that mattered.
Well, only the commercials.
Ixnay on
they
the
had
Beast
before that.
Wars, nay. We have another episode, nay, in the
Yeah.
future, eh?
For that time,
What were you
for
saying
that
now,
time-
Jose?
Go ahead.
Well, I
I'm
think
sorry, go
with
ahead.
the 3D models with the G2, it was like just the commercials and stuff. Because the cartoon, it was just the transitional stuff that
Yeah.
had the 3D.
No, but the
Don't forget
intro. Don't forget the intro. The
Oh,
intro.
and then-
the
was that the
Prime
one with
and
that
then
had the
the
Power
Ramjet.
Master Optimus and stuff with the kid, or that was
Every
from
now and then he would
before
come
that?
in, but it was like the truck prime and
Hey,
he was
Optimus, how
exploding
are
with the
ya?
black
Hello.
trailer.
Yeah,
Like,
It was the
yeah.
only two
Yeah.
characters that was in that theme was Optimus and a G2 color version of Starscream, or if you want to do Starscream or Thunder, it was just them two, and they were fighting each other, and then
Yeah,
Optimus ends up winning, and he punches Starscream in the face, and then
Yeah.
this big blur come out,
Yeah.
and then he's hailed the victor. Out of here.
I wish we
That
could play
animation
that right
was
now, man.
not it. I'm sorry, no. That was not it because that actually.
I'm
turned
sure
me
we
off.
could get away with playing that commercial,
We're
but
seeing it
I
with
just don't want to
rose-colored
chance
glasses.
it.
Yeah,
We're gonna
no
go back
chances
and
of that.
watch it, and we're like,
You can play it just
that
without the
wasn't that
sound,
good.
you know.
Yeah, nah, we're not even. Dude, we got one. No.
Man,
Don't
something
need no
that was
problems.
better than Beast
No.
Wars. Get that, yo.
No.
Well,
Just
that's-
the animation is all I'm saying. I'm not saying that and it was just them little cells. I just thought it was sharper, cleaner. It was darker. As I was getting older, I was getting more into like the darker animation and stuff. Like I
Yeah.
just kind of dug it a little better. But you know, I don't mean Beast Wars is bad. It wasn't terrible.
No, I mean,
No,
for its
I'm not
time,
saying that, but
it
even
was what it
even
was.
if I put the Beast Wars theme against that theme, Beast Wars would definitely win in my eyes. So you know, I'm just saying
With the,
that ain't no
with the
way in
guitar
world.
Beast
I
Wars.
would- I agree.
Come on, man.
I agree to
Transformers.
disagree.
Boom, boom, boom.
You know, that's yeah, we agree to disagree. Okay, you know, still love you, man. But you know, I'm just saying. God,
I would love
come
to
on,
see
man.
Beast Wars
Tell 'em
like
Dormammu.
redone, like what we saw in this Netflix trilogy. At least we saw
Yeah,
some of those
yeah.
characters and the updated animation. Like that was cool. I would love to see like a Beast War series with updated 3D.
It's
Yeah.
got to be coming, man.
Yeah,
It's
but
something like
better
that's
than
gotta will be coming.
Netflix stuff. Come on,
Yeah,
Let me let y'all
the
in on a
Netflix
little
was
secret.
trash.
No, but I'm just saying, like, just seeing the characters in upgraded 3D rendering and modeling and
yeah,
stuff
it'd
like
be
that.
kind of
is
cool
cool,
if they did
you
that.
know?
But let me
man.
let y'all in on a little secret. Beast Wars blew away that show too. No, I'm just kidding. We about to really have a fight.
Wow, I didn't know Derek was this fucking big of a Beast Wars guy.
Me
dude.
neither.
No, but I mean, I'm
You're really
True-
showing your true
true to love. I am truly a Beast Wars fan
side
because
of-
Beast Wars was the actual thing. Because that G2 thing,
Yeah.
it was cool, and
Yeah,
it didn't
turned
do the
people off,
entire
and then
run
we didn't
of-
get anything for years, and then that came out. Yeah,
exactly. And then Beast
yeah.
Wars came out, and it was
Yeah,
it was
I didn't
just
hate it.
different. It was
I
just
didn't hate
different, and then they included some of the G1 lore of it into the story, and it made it more interesting. And then you just stayed with it because actually the only reason why I stayed with it is because of that episode that they brought back Starscream, and I was just like, okay. Let me
Well,
see
they
what
never
doing with this.
intentionally, and I know this is for another episode. They never intentionally thought it was going to be even intertwined with G1. But then when all the
Right.
fans were like, "Whoa, we need this to be with G1," then they started with the Ghost
Mm-hmm.
of Starscream and all that other shit, and they started working in. Funny fact, I don't want to sidecar here, but I wasn't even into really Transformers back there. But I would tape the show on VHS, and I
Yep.
worked at a detail shop. I was detailing cars at the time, and it was like 2 or 3 of us that were into the show, and some of the guys didn't have cable, and I would bring it in. We would play it on a Saturday morning while we were detailing cars, watch it and bullshit about it, and shit like that. Like, I never disliked it. I didn't like the fact, of course, because it was animals, but we didn't have any new Transformers lore. I was at one of those. I was getting to the point where I was like kind of like nostalgic and going back, and I was starting to
Finding the old
collect
stuff.
again. I was starting to collect again. You know what I mean? So, and then when like I said, the car robots overseas came in, that's when I really went fucking ballistic. You know?
Yeah.
So but,
That's
you
when
know.
I got excited again too, because I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
like now we got vehicles again, you know?
Yeah,
Updated
and
vehicles.
the story was worse than
It was
anything
crazy.
Beast Wars
Yeah,
ever
it
could. Beast Wars.
Yeah.
What I liked about Beast Wars, on a quick note, was the character development. Yeah, the stories
Yes.
weren't always good, but the characters were so good, and you wanted to see more. And
Right.
the more characters they gave you, the more you wanted. You know what I mean?
Bruce
So,
personable.
it was definitely character driven. So
You had the
hey,
overarching
that's
storyline.
another
you know,
episode.
like,
I know. Yeah.
So-
we talking about G2.
yeah.
I know. We're back
And
to
G2. So G2 was basically just a rehash for the most part, with a lot of those toys just being a lot of unreleased stuff, and again a lot of that stuff got canceled. We didn't even get all the product, and even I think a few years into the subline, they even dropped the Generation 2 from the packaging, and that was kind of like the nail in the coffin in the brand here in the U.S. until Beast Wars started. You know, I think 96, 97 around there. So.
Beast Wars.
I
started
think
in
Dust got
90.
some screen share for us. We're gonna just go
Yeah.
check out some shots from the comic book, because
Yeah.
that was really the driving fiction back in the day. Like
Sweet.
as we mentioned, the Transformers Generation 2 episodes were just rehashes of the G1 episodes with some transitional scenes, 3D transitional scenes just thrown in. So really no new story. So all the new fiction came from the comic book.
I think if they would have put a little something out cartoon wise, I think the line would have done a little bit better. I'm not saying it would have killed it or slammed it out there, but I don't think a comic book was enough at that time to reach enough people to say, "Hey, I'm vested in this. You know, I'm digging these toys." You know what I mean? I think they just said, "Hey, the gimmicks will do it, and the comic book is good enough." But if they actually put some money into an animated series, it could have been small. I think that would have helped them.
It
Just my
might have
opinion.
helped.
So,
But
yeah.
as I said, that 93 was the year of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah,
That
man, there was
blowing everything
way
out of the
too
box.
many things that were just
Yeah.
coming in and changing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Hard to
Cell
keep up.
Animation wasn't doing it anymore, man. So, all right, so I'm gonna share this here, add the stream, and you guys see that here?
Bam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, so it's a little different on my screen, so I can't see the chat. So, it is what it is. So, yeah.
So here from the jump on the little tag on the cover, this is not your father's,
Father's
Autobot.
Autobot. That's so.
Yeah.
How dope is
Yeah.
that, man?
He got the bullet in his cheek, basically, right there. You know,
Well,
like they were
and
just
his
trying to be a
arm.
Two
little
in his
bit.
forehead.
Dude,
Yeah,
it was
he's
like,
great.
yeah, it was like, wow, it's like what's going on here? This is just like, wow, this is like some
Right.
different shit. Look at this
Yeah.
splash page, man. Look how dope. It reminds me a lot about the UK art. The UK art was, if you ever read the UK books, the art was not the best. You know what I
It's a little
mean?
Crazy. A little
This looks a
abstract.
little bit better than your UK art, but it looks, looking at it now, it looks mad graffiti, mad cartoony. It really, I didn't appreciate that when, you know, oh yeah, wait a minute, we forgot real thing. Before we do this digitally, why don't we show everybody this one man who actually has the physical copies. I'm sorry, I showed the private chat there, man.
Oh wow!
Before we get
snaps.
into this,
The
yeah,
shine
yeah,
on that
let's,
mouth plate.
before we get in there, man, this gentleman right here, you know, throw him up. You got all the books ready?
Oh,
Look at that shit. Yeah,
I
that's
got the
nice.
entire run.
Look at that.
I got a couple of number ones, of course, you know, because
Got to put them in Mylars, bro.
three of those, and I got one fresh in a box in the back that I'm going to get graded. But at the same time, yeah, I got the entire run.
Look at that, bro.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. So
That
yeah,
man's a
man. Like I
collector,
said,
boy.
I love the entire run. It was very entertaining, and you know, this was definitely not your father's Autobot.
That's so awesome. I totally forgot
Yeah.
about that tagline there, man.
Yeah, yeah. So and that was the key, that got me interested. I was just like, I said, oh, what's going on with Prime and this bullet in his forehead? What's going on? You know,
He took one
and
to the head.
that cover.
All right, so I know
Oh,
we were just
sorry.
going to do covers here, but you know,
Yeah.
I just wanted to get through. So I have to scroll through the pages to get it going.
Yeah,
but
go.
That is the G2 side swipe that I was talking about.
Yeah.
That they made an MP with the bandolier, the two guns blazing, the knife, and everything on his back.
Bazooka.
Yeah, look at the tires with the spikes. This is just screaming. Look at Hound up
Yep.
here,
You-
man. That's
You know what some of these panels remind me of? Have any of you watched Spider-Man Unlimited back in the
Yeah.
late '90s?
Yeah,
It's what it really reminds me of.
Yeah.
yeah.
shout out
I
to
can see
the.
that.
Wow, a lot of ads, but it just was just so raw,
Look at
you know.
Grimlock.
And you're not looking. There's no neon colors in this comic, guys.
Nope.
No.
It's the same print
Neon
as the Marvel run.
Look. Blast with
As a
the
D1
fire.
logo.
Ah! Dead. Look at the sword swipe right here, guys.
Mm-hmm.
This is insane. This
You
is
wasn't
not
getting in
what-
this vicious in the G1 version, nope.
No.
The paper
I
stock
mean, to
was
some
different,
capacity,
you
I'm
know?
sorry, past issue 50, you got a couple of them like that, but this was
Yeah,
this
yeah.
entire run was exactly like this.
That's when Simon Furman took over. I think I believe he took over for
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
G1.
Simon did
so
this, yeah.
Also,
so
there's
you know
G-Axis.
that's when it started
You got
getting
to
a
see
little
the
bit more, a little rough. I mean, look. Can you see my mouse thing here? Look at this panel right here.
Yeah.
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 This is early '90s. Look at that.
Like
Look
bones.
how
Graveyard.
fucking incredible this is. And yeah,
Brown
it's
with
not
the
made.
yellow eyes.
And you know, you don't need major detail or color to just like. That is a dope panel. Look at that.
Yeah, they just made them look grittier, angrier, kind of like
Yeah.
the robots. You
Yeah,
know?
they're
the
in
guns
war.
were bigger, you know, a
They're
little bit more
in
crazier.
war.
Yeah,
Look
they kind
at
of
this.
recap like the old books there, like just kind of glossing over the old villains. Because this one, you know, they weren't even really dealing with the Decepticons. They actually had to join up with them in this series to take on like the Swarm and
Yep.
and G-Axis's army of
Cybertron.
Cybertronians.
Yeah, 4 million years of
G-Axis was that dude.
conflict stretching between Cybertron and Earth, and finally all the old ghosts laid to rest. Unicron, Bludgeon, Megatron, Shockwave, Scorponok, Galvatron. Wow, that's so great. Dude, you could have such a great appreciation for this, you know, years later, you know?
It's funny too
that's
because seeing the
crazy, bro.
ads and seeing these things, these were inserts that they used to put into the book, so it made the book fatter.
Fatter,
They
yeah,
didn't
exactly.
really charge you more. Like it was
Yeah.
just sort of like extra
What
that
I-
you got in there.
What I love about old school comic scan is that you get this stuff. You know what I mean? You're not getting this with some of the trade paperbacks and whatnot. You're getting
No, you would just
look
be
at
getting the
that
story.
G2. Look at that Optimus
But
trailer,
look,
bro.
they gave you the trailer.
Yep.
That's the G2
Yeah,
trailer.
look at that.
That's that voice
That's
box
all.
right there. Yep, with the Autobot logo. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at Hot Rod. He's like a deep purple.
Yeah,
I
they
lo-
didn't
I
go
love
all
the
the
figure
way
of that.
with all the different colors in the
Ah,
series.
that's the Target Master color.
Yeah. Yeah, they did it with some of the new characters that they introduced. Some of these G2 characters a little bit later in the series, but a lot
Yeah,
of the,
this is a great 2-page splash right here. Look at these
Yeah.
guys. Look at the Dinobots.
yeah,
All the
Look at Cup.
colors. Cup.
Blue.
they switched up the side swipe, but everybody else pretty much looked
That
like the way
fucking
they
side
did. You know?
swipe was so dope, man. He was just
Yeah, I
like-
never got that MP, but I always liked how the black and red popped.
I really like this dude's artwork. I was mad because,
Yeah.
like I said, like after this issue, after the first couple of issues, he only started doing a few pages of the inside, and they switched up the artist.
Right
and
there.
To me, the art that looks dope. The artist wasn't
there.
as good as this guy was.
All right, I'm
the
gonna
one they
full screen
replaced
it
him
for
with.
people.
So
Look at this.
This is this artwork reminds me of a buddy of ours, Oscar's artwork.
Yes, that's why I
it's
wanted
similar.
Oscar on tonight. It was like, man, Oscar's gonna be on tonight. We could talk to him about the art, but he had something going on with work, so he couldn't make it tonight. But it definitely, that's exactly when he did the promo for us this week. That's gave me the idea for G2, and that made me want to do this episode tonight. So, shout out to Oscar, man. I wish you were here, man.
Yeah.
But wow,
Yeah, man.
dude,
G2
that's not your Megatron, but holy shit, how dope is
Sorry.
that?
I tell
And
you
there
what,
was
I
a-
do like this version of him though.
Oh
Yeah, I had it.
man,
Yeah.
It was so easy
Yeah.
to transform. It was pretty cool too.
that was my first Megatron figure too. You know what I'm saying? Having that G2 tank. You know what I'm saying? I loved it back in the day just because it was the fact I was like, I have a Megatron. Oh my god.
look at this
I have a
panel.
Megatron.
These guys are hands behind their back. They are prisoners of war.
Yeah.
See, so listen, go back a couple panels.
All right,
So
yeah.
you could, so these are actually, so you see G-Axis's guards. Those are the ones that are going to be coming out in like a 4-pack, like pretty soon, like in the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line. It's based
Yep.
off those
And
soldiers,
G-Axis
those foot
is
soldiers
yeah,
right
and
there.
G-Axis is out. So
Yeah.
what's so great is like they're releasing these things now, and you're like, you don't know, you never read the book, bro. Look
You
at
could get
this.
G-Axis right now. He's a Voyager. You could get him for $17 on Amazon right now.
Oh snap!
He's-
Yeah, it's like because nobody knows the character, so it's not selling. If you read the fucking fiction.
You know,
So
but
yeah,
this
it
look-
gets deep in. Who's this? It was a Sparkplug or
that was
whatever.
No,
Buster.
No, that was Buster.
Buster.
yeah.
Oh, the other one.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Buster, like
Look at
instead
that.
of Spike was like one of the main
Snapping a neck here,
humans.
Grimlock snapping a neck.
Look at Prime though. He shot a hole right through that dude.
Yeah.
head.
Yeah,
right to the
this
dude's
is
head.
some.
Had a hole
That was
in your
90s
face
grit,
shoe
bro.
the
They were just trying to be
size of
gritty.
a
Yep.
baby.
What
Yo,
was what?
this was
This
the
is not your
original Murder
daddy's
Prime.
comic.
Yeah, and in the '90s, I want to say what '92 is when Mortal Kombat came out. '93.
Yep. 92.
So
yep.
it was.
Actually, yeah, 92. 91,
Dude, this is
92.
guns and all we need is like lay-filled pouches and no feet. And this is like, you know, like, oh wow, look at him pimping. That's
I'm
the
telling
way
you,
to
this was-
'92.
Y'all think y'all just saw Murder Prime when the movies came out. Nah, this was the original Murder Prime right here.
Right. Tell him, D.
Yeah.
Tell him.
Yep.
They're just making
All
them
right,
grittier. They see they here they were
That's issue
killing.
number
They
2.
killed a few of the major characters. So they, you know,
That's Fort
quote
Max
unquote
right there.
killed Fort Max.
Look
in
at this
issue.
cover, man.
That's an
Wow.
awesome shot.
Ah. Fort Max gets the axe.
Yeah.
Why should we get a cartoon of this?
Dude, that would be so dope. Wow, now there's Cobra involved.
There it is. Crossover, baby.
Yep.
So that's what it was. So
Crossover.
G.I. Joe had 4 issues that led into this G2 series that explained how Megatron got switched over to his tank form.
See, that's why Jose's driving, man. That's
So
what he knows.
G.I. Joe Snake Eyes issue number 3, I believe it was.
Look at that, all or nothing.
It's like
Cold Slither,
147,
Volume 3.
247,
Yeah.
something like that. They were
Look at that.
pretty deep. And, yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I got that. You know what? You're right. No, I got that. I
art
got that book
is
because I literally
so
came across it when I
dope,
was pulling these out.
It's so slept on, this art. It is complex but simple at the same time.
Yeah.
Sloppy but neat. I can't explain it, you know? It just
Yep.
looks so dope, man. And I know we weren't like, this wasn't the reason to go through every single page, but look at that. Is that a his tank pulling a trailer? With the Cobra insignia there?
It looks
See,
like
so
it is.
Where's
go to
that Hasbro post?
Yeah. Go to the next slide. So this is the thing. So right here, they switched up the artwork. Now this is not the original artist whose work we were just
Oh,
looking
yeah,
at.
yeah, it looks a
I
little
did
different,
not
yeah.
I did not like the way this guy's art looked.
You went
like,
from this
compared-
page to this, like,
compared to the
oh.
other guy. Like it was like, ugh. It
Oh
doesn't-
yeah, yeah,
see
yeah.
all the-
You do.
yeah, all
You
the
don't
big
have that
faces.
edge anymore. You don't have that edge anymore.
Yeah, they switched it up, but towards
Oh.
the end of this
Torque three
book's
face.
run, like he did get better. This guy got better over time, but it wasn't like Derek Yaniger that started the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he remained a cover artist and stuff, but the art. Then he started just doing the backup stories. They started.
He tried. I mean, you could try because he's got the big boom and the splash. You know what I mean? And the
No, now
backgrounds.
this is
are very
Andrew
fun.
Wildman. This is a different artist. Also, they had a couple of different artists working in this on this
Wow.
book.
So wow, it went from wow. So you had 3 guys working on one book on
Yeah.
on the second issue of
Wow.
Wow. So yeah, we're just
they
listening.
would-
And then look, Geoff Senior. This is another. This is actually a UK artist that did some issues of the original series.
All right, so this is a bonus story at the end, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Here's an interesting thing because I know you just did it too, Jose. His name, you do pronounce it Jeff.
Jeff.
It is
Jeff.
Jeff Senior. Yeah, it's just he
Jeff
just
Senior.
spells it Geo.
Geoff.
Geoff.
Yeah, it looks like Geoff, but it's actually Jeff. Yeah, I actually met him. I met him in real life, and he was like, "Yeah, everybody does that, but because of the way it's spelled." But you know, he said, "No, it is Jeff." I was like, "All right, cool." What up?
Yeah,
Jeff?"
this is
Shout out to
definitely it looks like some of the UK art that was coming out.
Yeah.
The later UK books. Not
he
not-
was he was artist on the UK series. I think a little bit later on.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
we're gonna
run.
go to. All right, number 3.
There's the third, but the cover art. So this was the original artist, Derek Yaniger. I loved his
Yeah.
artwork. His artwork was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
This was a great looking cover.
Man,
Shout
thank
out
you,
to
Jose,
the
for coming up
talented
with the
Dereks.
names of the artists and shit like that, man. I wasn't prepared for that. I was like, I'm gonna screen share.
You'll
and
get
just
him. You'll
go,
get him
yup,
in the
yup,
issue.
yup.
Like they have them. Like so, if we scroll through the pages, they got him in there. So
Look at that.
so again,
wow.
this was the different artist. But like I said, as the series
Yeah.
wore on, he got a little better and a little better. Like I just
Yeah, this is dope. You got Optimus and G-Axis. Like, this is a really cool fucking page right here. And it was different because, you know, we're so used to having Megatron and all these other enemies and leaders of the other faction. This is totally different for us.
they switched it up. Manny Gallon,
Yeah.
that was his name. This was the guy that took over.
Yep, Manny Gallon. You see right there.
Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know. I didn't.
Yeah, it wasn't. This honestly, it's okay, and I get
Yeah.
it, but I mean, look at
look,
the,
the wires in the
yeah,
neck,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
I had to
kinda
come
like-
back.
like-
I had to come back to that. Like, wow,
Yeah.
that's what
they're
really caught my eye.
humanizing almost like it's almost a humanoid
Yeah.
like, cyborg.
Yeah, they're more cleaner and rounder.
Mm.
It this style actually really reminds me more of Oscar style.
Yeah. Oh,
You
that
know?
is Blades then. That's Blade
You know?
from Defensor.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought that was a Silver Bolt for a second. Not Silver Bolt, but Slingshot or whatever, one of them aerial bots.
Look at that. That's dope, man.
Yeah,
That's
look at that
crazy.
panel
Yeah.
right there. So you look at the sense of
Prime.
time. You see G-Axis in his jet mode, then the mid transformation, and then like him landing almost in the Iron Man pose. Like
Yeah.
so much going on in that one little shot.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a nice panel right there.
You know,
that's a nice
that's cool.
square.
So that's where Iron Man got that pose from.
Of course. It's the G-Axis pose. Like I said, we're not really here to go through these panels, but some of this art really needs to. Oh wow, what's going on here? Now we're getting a little crazy. Now we got lizard people.
I forget what happens. Right.
So this is
going on right here.
Bludgeon's War World ship when he came into the
But look
story.
at this character with the jaw. That's so graffiti right there, man.
Yeah.
That's
So this is
so
the original
shit.
artist. That's Derek Yaniger. So he was doing like again. He started doing the backup stories and stuff. So just a few of the pages per issue. So they were also like building. Like Simon Furman was building up Bludgeon to be like a real badass.
Yeah.
He was looking for the Matrix because he was trying to build his own Decepticon like army right there. Like you see all the basically like to clone the drones right there.
Look at that panel right here at the
He wanted
bottom.
to
That
bring it
is
in, that's
dope.
Yeah,
That's hard.
Bludgeon
That
was a
is fire,
character
man.
that the comics made him dope. Like, you never saw him in the cartoon, really, right? Like,
Yeah.
So unless you read the fiction in the comic book, that's what made him the character he is.
I think they
why
did a
he's
good
liked.
good job with the what was it, the Dreamwave stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was the later on stuff. They didn't get to finish the fiction, but I think when he came in, wasn't that like they were going back in time and whatnot, and it was all weird, and like
Wait a minute, who are we talking about?
the Dreamwave comics, Bludgeon.
Oh, you talking about Bludgeon as the character? I think.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. In the Dreamwave books, I think they did the War Within, and they did something else, and they did another series, the Dark something,
Yep.
Dark
and then it
Ages,
just stopped. They never
that they didn't
finished it.
finish.
And they finished. They didn't finish it. And Bludgeon, I believe, was the main antagonist in that. And his character was so dope. And then just that and what was the other one? Oh man,
So you had
with the orange
you had
lines.
War
What the
Within,
fuck was
Oh,
you
The
had
that?
Fallen.
Sun, you had
The Fallen. Yeah, the
Fallen, yeah.
Fallen, man. That book was so good, and it just got stopped. It never finished. It's like, oh, you guys are killing me. This is pretty dope, man. This is a nice
Yeah, another
Dynamite
nice
cover
cover,
right
man.
here, man.
Another
Yeah,
nice
that's
cover.
hard.
Dynamite.
Yeah. How about that, right?
Buck 75, man. That was back in the day.
What
Buck
Man, imagine you get to
cost
75,
that much,
93.
Imagine get a G2 Karmic Universe Grimlock in those colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
So this-
the arts. Who? All
Prime
right, let's
started
go
getting
back.
visions of like the swarm.
Now, do
know.
you remember this from original, or are you reading something?
No. I remember
right.
these stories, man. Back
All
in
right,
the
Manny
day.
Gallon's
I
on
read
the
these a lot
pencils.
back then.
That's awesome, man. That you remember this shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there or here.
Blank page, loading.
All right, it never
Yeah.
happens for me.
That's
but-
that's called comic.
So
buffering.
the cool thing is, like, since this series, I guess didn't really get super well. Again, it sold a lot of copies for back in the day, but not enough to avoid cancellation.
Yeah.
Simon Furman did sort of revisit some of these concepts and characters in that Regeneration 1 story he did for IDW.
yeah, for IDW.
you know?
Yeah.
So it basically like wiped out this story. It continued on from the original Marvel, like issue 80. He discounted everything he did here, but he did bring a lot of those characters and concepts back in that
Back into that,
one
yeah. So that's
storyline. It was
look at
really
this
good.
panel right here. Look at this. Look
Yeah.
at that panel, man. This is some good fucking good stuff.
They were showing like that G-Axis's army was like almost like really superior compared to like the regular Autobots and Decepticons. I know it's coming up. I think in the next issue.
Look at that
or the issue
Mirage.
after
Look
that.
at this. Mirage, Sideswipe, and
Yeah.
fucking Ironhide, man.
G-Axis fucks up Megatron. Like fucks him up. Destroys basically his new tank body. It looks really good the way Megatron looks. I think it's in the next issue or the issue after that. Yeah.
So this is
Tales
another
of Earth.
so he was continuing on with the backstory here.
The
so-
backup stories, yeah.
Yeah, so he was building up this character.
Yeah, Megatron. See, so that like here, Megatron and Starscream
Look
came
at
up
that,
with
that's
Bludgeon, because Bludgeon was trying to claim like leadership of the Decepticons. So of course, Megatron wanted it back, so they had to battle.
Oh, guys, there's so much good shit out
great.
there to fucking do.
Look at that.
Look
cover,
at
man.
this! Wow,
That's dope. Yeah.
holy shit!
That's that Judge Dredd chin.
Look at that!
I want that on a figure so bad.
I don't think anybody would appreciate this style. This is on some Sam Keith shit right here. This reminds me of like Sam Keith. If you know who Sam Keith is, the artist, that looks so.
It's something I definitely appreciate more now as like an adult, and it's like I'm years removed from
Yeah.
it rather than at the time which I did enjoy it at the time, but it wasn't like there was a lot of art like that back in the day that I didn't like back then that I do
Yeah,
now. 'Cause
yeah,
I'm like, man,
exactly.
I
I'm
just
the
didn't
same way.
See the vision back then.
Exactly.
You know,
We didn't get it. We didn't get what
Yeah,
they're picking up.
yeah.
And the funny thing, this cover is for the backstory.
yeah, basically.
It's not even for the regular story of the book. It's for the backstory.
That's crazy.
So it's like you know that cover is for like the continuation of the backstory. Who are these guys?
Yeah. So Prime, I think, travels back into like the Matrix or whatever to try to get some history on G-Axis, and that swarm that he's having visions of. I swear to God, when they put that thing out on Legacy, I was like, did G-Axis really look like that? And then I went to these comics, and I'm like, that's how he looked.
Yeah,
He looked just
yeah.
like that with those wings and those.
Now it makes me
colors.
want to go back and buy that dude, man. It's just
Yeah.
like,
Dude, he looks just like it. It just looks
Yeah.
like the artwork here.
dude,
It's
when you
spot
put
on.
fiction behind it, man, it makes it so much better. And you know what? If you guys want to read these comics, guess what? You go to the Realm of Collectors Facebook group. I have these comics available for download. Just look for the Dust Mites comic drop. I was going to take it down this week, but being that we're doing this, I'll keep it up another week. Download the episodes, and you can read them digitally for free.
Free.
For free, people,
Yes.
for free.
So here,
Just-
Prime was seeing how the Transformers reproduced. Like, you know what I'm saying? They reproduced asexually, just spawning like another being, like from their body, like just kind of crazy.
Ew, that didn't last.
Yeah.
Who's
I
the
mean,
guy
I'd rather
behind
that than
one?
what we got near the end of
What they say
IDW
now?
one.
What they say now? Pause.
Yeah,
No, actually, don't even say that no more, do they?
yeah, that was back in the day. Pause.
And then that reproduction process like is what caused like that swarm, the kind of form from that process, and that black cloud or whatever, like it just destroys everything. Like it.
So we would believe
touches-
that that's how the Insecticons just.
No. It's like that's
Multiplied.
different from the Insecticons. Just like a energy, like a form of energy.
All right, so now
go.
we're now
Oh,
we're
go to Brian's
continuing the Furman backstory with Bludgeon here. Who's the guy with that's half man, half amazing here?
That's Bludgeon. That's his because he's a
Or-
pretender actually.
Oh,
Or is that
no, no,
Stranglehold?
that's-
They're all
either-
cylinders, yeah.
Because there's
So
Bludgeon
this
and
is
there's
before he.
Octopunch right over there.
This
next
is
to him.
before he became a skull.
Well, this is
he was-
remember G1 was but this these are like they had the robots inside those shells. Remember,
Yeah.
these are all pretenders.
Yeah.
Well,
They used to have
the
the
skeleton
real
there
robot
is
form.
the Pretender shell. I think that's Stranglehold.
No.
I'm gonna pretend I don't fucking see. There's Bludgeon right there, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah,
here.
Bludgeon's there. Yeah.
Okay,
So who's
yeah,
this
okay,
guy?
No, that is
Who's this?
Stranglehold.
Who's this Centaurian guy? Who's
That's Stranglehold, and right next to him is Octopunch.
Yeah.
And then
And then Fangry up there.
Fangry in the back. Yeah.
shout out to that
The
chick I gave her an
We
Octo Punch in
fell for
'94.
these
Anybody?
names back in the
Alright.
day.
Her name was Janine. Remember, her name was Janine. Janine in '94 got an Octo Punch. at
Yeah,
some
but
club.
go to
So-
Brian's comment. He's like, all those years ago, I thought.
Yeah,
was
bring it
kind
up
of
because I can't see any comments. So.
Bloodgeon. I remember
Bloodgeon.
thinking, wow, what a
Bloodgeon.
dumb
It's
name.
Bludgeon.
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 Yeah.
What's up with
Bludgeon.
Starscream with the? I lost my dentures.
And he over here eating caterpillars. Look at this idiot.
You know, it's as much as I love this guy's art. Looks like he got a little lazy at the end, but wow, that's a great fucking panel right there. Wow.
Megatron was tearing him up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just.
I know we were
so
just
look,
go-
So look right there. He destroyed the shell, and then he got bludgeoned the robot form. He turned into his tank. You know,
Yep.
it wasn't that actual shell that turned into that. It was the robot on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, he's got
he
his
killed
head
him.
there.
Killed him like nothing.
All right, guys, we're gonna get there. I'm
the
sorry.
leader?
I know we were. Wow.
Yeah, more cover.
Wow, look at this cover, man. I know we were just gonna
All
cover
the
the
covers
cover.
were dope.
I know we were just gonna, of course, man. I know we were gonna just cover the covers,
That's all
but
right. You could blow
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Let's
gonna
move
blow
on to
through
the
some-
next cover.
dude, look at how fucking dope that is, man.
I want to look at some toys eventually.
Why are you hating on the comics?
I ain't. Look at Flint.
Flint, why is Flint there? Looks like he showed up for a fucking Tarantino movie. Ah, man, there it is. Look at that with the fucking flames. You know what's gonna make that better? Flames coming out of the smokestacks.
Is that
the
Ram?
gun
Not
turrets on the
Ram
top of
What's
the
that
trailer.
thing? The Rhino from not Rhino. The bull from the Pretenders. I mean the
Tantrum?
Oh,
Predacons.
that's
that
Headstrong.
Tantrum?
Tantrum.
Horrible.
Tantrum,
Tantrum?
Tantrum, or which one is
I
that?
thought Horrible was a pretender.
No. Tantrum.
No.
No, it was Tantrum. I'm sorry.
Tantrum,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm all wrong. Damn, I'm getting my characters
I remember-
wrong tonight. Damn it.
Dude, I
Yeah.
remember because when I grew up in Brooklyn in the projects, there was a gang called Decepticons, and everybody had Decepticon names, and I
Yeah.
remember Tantrum. I remember the dude Tantrum.
They turned him into a game. Look at they tried to do the wrong
Megatron got
stuff.
messed.
Look at this. This is a nice page right here, man.
Optimus got beat up.
Yeah, that's
Got
slick.
his Matrix took.
Oh yeah, we just rolled past that. Look at that.
Yeah, just beat him up.
Wow.
Man, I'm starting to think Optimus, the new Superman,
Thruck.
always getting his butt whooped.
Yeah.
Thruck. Something. That's not Rumble.
Always
What's
resurrected
going
from the
on
dead.
there?
Oh, that's Rumble. He just missed arm
Rumble.
day.
That's Rumble.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That
Damn,
dude ain't go to the
Rumble?
gym in a week.
That's frenzy.
Frenzy.
That's actually frenzy, but
Yeah. Well, what do they call
Yeah.
him? Do they call him it? No. Okay. They're lucky they didn't call him anything.
They call him I miss arm day. I ain't been to the gym.
Thump, thump, thump.
Yeah, so you see the swarm. I would touch his beings and it just kills them, disintegrates them.
That's weird, man. All right, so they're getting weird on us. Getting weird on Simon's getting weird on us. All right, we're gonna get through this, guys, quicker.
Look at that.
All
cover.
right, look at it.
Oh, I love
That
that cover.
is
That's
a
a
foot.
dope
that's and now this is the one where Megatron gets his ownage.
Those
Oh,
four
there they
characters
go.
right there are
I
the
remember
actual
those.
G2 characters. G2
Bring
toys
them
that
laser
came
road.
out.
G2.
Okay.
Yeah.
The beginning of an era. It says.
Ransack, Power Drive, Jolt, and Sizzle.
All right, so these are characters that I
remember
remember.
Yep.
Original.
had
So,
a
that's,
few
so
of those.
here's
They
the,
were
those
later.
are the ones
Oh,
where they start with the
Dreadnought.
crazy colors.
That's what I had. Let's
Darkwing,
go.
look at that.
Darkwing,
Look at that. Darkwing is the
That
stealth
thing
bomber.
was fire. I had Darkwing and I had Silverbolt.
See? Bringing back that nostalgia. Why is this guy there?
I'm a pretender.
I think that's yeah, Stranglehold again.
Brian said the pretenders of the robot
Oh,
robot
God.
scrolls.
I got kicked off
Well
the
played,
Conan comic and I had no place to go. Can I hang out with you guys? Jesus. Doesn't work. I don't know. You know, I know.
They
We're just,
sold
we're
a crap
just
ton of
scrolling.
those though. They
We're
sold
scrolling
a
through.
lot.
See, so look right there. G-Axis just pummels Megatron in those 2 pages.
We're giving you the.
Almost
Oh,
destroys
okay.
him.
So now this is part 4 of our back series.
The Matrix.
Look at this panel right here. This is nice.
Yeah.
With Megatron blasting Optimus like that. And I guess Optimus is laying on his table, and these are like memories from Optimus.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh god.
Ah, look at that. Look at that. That's iconic.
See, this is what happens
Oh.
when Transformers do
Yo,
acid.
look
Wow.
at that shot. Look at that
Look
shot.
at
Look
this,
Megatron.
guys.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's slick.
That
I
shit looks
dig that.
dope.
That is dope.
Just say no.
So simple, but dope, man. And that's
Yeah, that looked
that was
really
the
good.
backstory.
That looked really good.
Look at
Enemies and
Optimus
allies.
Megatron, Amos.
Oh,
Yeah, they were really
new
they were
allies.
really trying to sell this book with all that shit on the book.
Yeah.
G-Axis.
Just with the teeth and all that. That shit just look crazy.
No, right.
Oh, look at that G2
Saliva
Sideswipe.
and all that type of they
Dude, G2 Sideswipe is like,
Yeah.
man.
Where does it where does the
He's
saliva
like the-
come from for a robot? We don't know.
Like, this is a
What
lot
it
of
is,
shit.
two
That,
characters,
just
the
looking at this
colors,
shit's
and-
boring me. That Tomb, now that's a good panel. Tomb. That's dope for comic books. Like having that that impact and the
look.
way it looks and the impact. The explosion is going through the letters. That's
Look at
dope.
Inferno,
But
man.
imagine being
Look
that
at
young where you remember these parts of the thing. When you imagine when you see
Tomb?
that, you
Tomb?
visualize, you hear those sound effects actually
Yeah.
going off, and it's just like you can feel that. You can feel that
Well-
that damn boom. You actually hear that in your head as you're playing it over in your head and whatnot.
Not that many did because it got canceled after 12 fucking issues. But
Yeah.
A good letter adds to the book, but
all right, we're just scrolling to scroll. So that I guess that backstory was done, right? So there's no
yeah.
backstory here?
It starts all like just becoming the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
they kinda
Oh,
mix
now
in
now
together.
it's all
they
together
combine
now.
Like
Combine
now
them.
they have to
It-
like they
Oh,
realize that they have to have
okay.
an alliance to
Oh,
take out
all right.
G-Axis. and
Look
all
at that. It comes together. Yeah, that's a shit cover, man. That's garbage. That was a waste.
Yeah.
That was nice splash page.
Wow.
Look at Receptor all blue.
Yeah,
blue.
the colors used to be a little off in the comics compared to what they were in the toys or the tune.
But the
Ooh.
last set of comic covers for that one, it's pretty much like that. one
Who's
you
this
saw.
down at the bottom panel?
Those are those G-Axis drones.
Yeah,
The drones?
soldiers,
Cybertronians army. Yep.
Dude, I gotta read this, man. I'm gonna read this weekend.
I've got 4 days to read it.
Yeah, man, just download it from the link, which is only available to Realm of Collectors Facebook group members. And if I find out anybody's sharing it anywhere,
Shut it down.
shut your ass down. All right, this is
Yeah.
wow, wow, everything just wow, the art just turned.
The art just turned. Yep.
Yeah, it's
I
not
don't know-
the same guy. Like it
Wow,
was
look at that!
regular
Look,
artist.
yeah, yeah,
Still
look
in
at
it.
this. To that, wow, that's just like boom.
It's like the pages got brighter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look
Well,
at
the
that.
scan, the scan got a little better.
Yeah, or the scan, or the scan. But nah, look at
The
that.
scan
Look
guy
at
got
that.
fired.
Look at
And they
that.
had her in the house. We
Look
got somebody
how-
better.
Look at Megatron's face. How realistic it looks.
Yep.
Look at that. Look how realistic that looks. Wow. All right, next up. We'll get into the
G-Axis
toys,
found us.
Got a few to go.
Nice cover right there.
Yeah,
He's
crush
destroying
it.
the
Good one.
world.
Yeah, that one's alright.
There's so much going
11.
on with the lines and, you know,
Just
as
the mouth,
much.
the teeth, like the
Yeah, the lines that are
crazy.
going around the logo and stuff like that. And look at Prime in the box up there. That's pretty cool. You know?
Yeah. I know there's like a thing, a little twist. Starscream
There's no
sort
exciting-
of gains power and sort of tries to, you know,
Look
take
at
over.
this. I'm not happy with the art, but look at this panel. Yeah, Megatron and Optimus back to back.
Yeah.
That's great.
They had to
Look at
join
that. That's pretty
forces to
dope.
take on G-Axis because it was too much for him.
And of course, I'm sure at the end there's.
And then that swarm is still coming, you know. So,
Oh, they continue. Oh, I thought that backstory was over, so they're
yeah.
continuing.
But
the
it's still
backstory.
like, yeah, it's the same. Like though, it just keeps continuing from the main story. They for some reason they just switched it up because they still had the backup artist. Jeff Senior took over for that one. See, Starscream got the Matrix, became like huge there.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, that was how that ended. See right there, he's got the Matrix.
Wow.
Now, this
so
isn't
weird.
this isn't the Underbase, is it, or is this the
No,
Underbase?
no. Underbase was in the original series,
Okay.
leading up to issue 50.
Yeah.
So G-Axis didn't get the Matrix. Starscream did. Now was Starscream fight?
Starscream got the underbase.
Well,
That
no,
was in the
here.
original.
Gotta check it
That was in the original series.
Right,
Yeah,
in the
here
original
he's
series,
got a
yeah.
hold of the Matrix, which made
Yeah.
him
Now
interesting.
did G-Axis want the Matrix? How did Starscream get it, not him?
No. So we were
Because
talking.
I know
Megatron, 'cause
Jose. you win.
Megatron had took it. Megatron had took it from Optimus, like when he beat him up.
So why did he give it to Starscream?
Starscream took it? He took it.
Oh, how do you take it from Megatron?
Well, you gotta read the comic.
Oh,
Yeah.
Spoil it all for you.
Yeah.
We're not trying to give everything away here, but
It was definitely a thing. But issue 50 was basically Starscream beasting out on everybody as a
if
result. of that
issue 50,
underbase.
this ended at 12.
Yeah, no, the
No,
original.
I'm
the
talking about the
series.
original first
Oh.
run, the G1's run.
Yeah,
Not the,
Dude.
not
and
the
then
Speed
here,
2.
in
Starscream
the-
wasn't nowhere near this.
yeah, issue 11 here is where the swarm came, and then they actually all had to figure out how to deal with the swarm. This is gonna kill them all. The swarm is here.
The swarm is here. Swarm.
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 Then the last
Remember
issue,
that?
man.
Remember
Last
that
issue.
Spider-Man shit? Swarm.
that,
Swarm. That's showing our age, people. Oh, wow. Look at this.
Damn.
48
End of the
page
road.
final issue consumed by the swarm. It's the end of the road. Look at all these tags on this cover. Wow.
Yeah.
That's screaming, hey, buy me. $2.25.
Extra 50 cents for the, I think, double size
Yeah.
issue. Yeah.
Yep.
Is it a
48
foil
page.
cover?
48 page now.
Die cut. Wow, I like that Optimus head. No big horns. I like that. I like that good.
Big face
Look at
bow.
the huge face. Oh, wow. Did they get the original artist back?
Nah, it's still Manny Gallon.
Jeff, no, it's the special
Jeff.
Manny Gallon and Jeff Senior.
artist on chapter 2 and
Chapters
4.
2 and 4.
All right, so it goes back and forth. Ugh.
Yeah.
Rage in Heaven. That's a great title.
Judgment.
All right, so we're not here to go through all this, but we're
Yeah,
getting
so I mean, you know, you got the resolution of the Starscream thing. Optimus, I think, got consumed, but I think letting himself get consumed with the Matrix or whatever kind of showed the Swarm.
It's wrestling gone insane. Sorry. Oh yes, and now Megatron, it's time to go to work.
Yeah, he got the Matrix back.
He got the touch. Doom doom.
I don't know why I'm consumed with trying to figure out which wrestling game that was.
So, all right. So this is the end of the story. What happens? He gets the Matrix backs, and what happens here? We are
had a-
Decepticons.
he had a,
There is nothing we
cranial
cannot
session with this
face.
one
Nothing
dude,
we
yeah.
cannot fight. Nothing we cannot crush.
Crush.
So he takes his head off and crushes it.
Oh, he
Yes.
crushed
Now,
it
does
up
anyone
on
else
his
wash
body.
to suggest an alternate strategy?
Yeah, it's one of those minions that basically did a.
So were they
doubt the-
leaving
doubt
this
the
at
leader, and the leader came over there and made an
There's
example out
still
of
like unresolved like
Should-
ties.
no,
once this thing
nothing,
ended.
let
It
him
didn't
come.
Yeah, it didn't wrap everything.
Oh,
up.
right. So they left it at a cliffhanger.
There
so
was
like,
still like stuff.
so
that, you know,
Optimus
they
was
could've-
coming for G-Axis.
That they could have continued.
Yeah.
you
So
know.
he said, "Should do nothing. Let him come." And end of book. Wow,
No,
what
no,
a
no, no,
fucking
no.
shitty
You
ending,
keep-
man.
No. You keep going. There's more. There's
Keep
more.
going, yeah.
There's more.
Yeah, but this is the sub, the other.
No.
one.
It's all. It all just keeps going. Yeah. It's all.
Oh, okay.
It's a continuation. There we go. G-Axis and Optimus fighting.
Yeah, that's a pretty shitty fucking
Look at
way to
that.
end the fucking book.
Look at his mouth. Optimus's
Yeah.
mouth there. Like
Yeah.
it's just all circuits and wires. Fucking.
He's a
popped
yuck
him.
mouth cause he don't brush.
Yo, remember that
Oh.
card series?
Yeah, they got a good fight going on here.
Yeah. They were
Well-
battling. The Swarm came.
Oh, so he called in the swarm to help him.
The Swarm consumed G-Axis right there.
Oh wow! So the swarm turned on D-Axis and took him out too.
Yeah, the Swarm wasn't like for any the factions. Like it does
Oh,
its
I
own
thought that
thing.
was D-Axis swarm. I haven't been listening.
And the book 2,
Swarm
bang
can't do what they
bang,
do.
Optimus gets consumed, and then through the energy, through being consumed, like it teaches the Swarm to like let everybody like be at peace or whatever, and it leaves everybody alone. I think Optimus comes back. It reforms Optimus. Everybody sort of lives happily ever after. Some shit like that.
Oh boy,
Razor Claw.
this wow.
Oh yeah, they had some stuff that would protect them. It was like some special substance that, like, if it wasn't a lot of it, but if they used it, it protected them from the
Why
Swarm.
is Starscream there?
Wouldn't let them get disintegrated.
Oh, it's a new. Oh, look, he's got
That
he's got
stuff right
something
there,
nuclear
yeah.
right there. Yeah. Oh boy, this
They're
is
all
one
trying to
of-
stop the Swarm. You see, they all get killed. Like, it's like all these characters getting wiped out. You know, trying to fight the Swarm. Megatron got the last of that stuff that protects them. Optimus didn't take it. He let himself get consumed. See all the energy being released, and then fucking becomes like one with the Swarm, and fucking.
Oh no, Optimus
know.
dies at the end. No
Yeah.
way. Well, look how happy this guy is. See how happy this guy is over here. Look how happy this guy is.
But then he comes back. Optimus comes back.
Oh, of course he does. Yeah.
Missing a leg. No. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
And then that was the
Uh-oh.
Liege that's the Liege Maximo at the end, which they never really. Of course, it ended, so you didn't really get into it.
Oh, so you got a new villain that was introduced afterwards.
Yeah.
So how was this villain? The villain was created with the swarm and everything that was supposed to end. How was?
So I think they did like a short story or whatever, like a novel thing that kind of continued this, but not like an official, not an official comic book form for this particular story.
So how did he come out of this? He just.
Well, this was the end. This was the end of this, and then like
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, but where did this guy come from? It was
it was
because
just an
of
original Simon Furman character, like supposed to be some old ancient like being.
and I guess the swarm battle just brought him in to be like, hey, we're here now.
Yeah, revealed himself.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
And that was it. They wrapped it up. Look, Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah, man.
Hey, look
Back
at
in
that.
the day, like Super NES, Genesis, Game
But-
Boy, Game Gear.
The whole thing with
bro.
NES didn't have the blood, but the Genesis did.
Yeah.
Back in the day, remember that?
What? I know, right?
People were
Yeah,
like,
I
"My
hope-
system's better. I got blood in Mortal Kombat."
I hope we didn't
know,
bore
right?
you with that shit, but that was some pretty cool fucking art and whatnot.
That's cool.
Probably says, "Who are you kidding? You're not reading anything, bro." Hey, relax. I read enough. I read alcohol content and whatever's on my pills that my doctor prescribes me. It says take 1 per hour. I take 4.
Right.
Yikes.
Damn.
Sorry, no, I'm only kidding. Only kidding.
So nice little.
That was dope,
coverage
man.
on the
Yeah.
comic book.
I know
There
we
was
were
only
just gonna
12
do
issues
covers
there.
and whatnot. Yeah, that's why I
was it.
figured 12 issues. There was a lot of good
Just one, two,
content in there, so I'm definitely gonna read it this weekend. I can fly through that in
Definitely.
no time.
He says he's definitely gonna read it. All right, I'm quizzing you on Monday. What happened?
I'm not gonna read it.
I got homework.
Book
I got
report.
inventory on Monday.
Book report. I want a 5-page book report on the Generation 2 series.
All right, guys, we're not
Report to
done. Let's
Professor
bring up
Diaz.
let's amp up the atmosphere again.
Got it?
We're gonna talk about the toys.
Toys.
The toys that were actually supposed to why am I inviting? I need to actually present share screen and sharing screen. All right, I'm going to share it like
There we go.
this. This is from Transformer Land. What is that? Wiki something, whatever.
there.
Vicky.
I just googled Transformers G2 toys and this is what I got. So
Nice, man.
this is the best
That's
one
a
I can.
Transformer land, man.
So
I
I'm
wanna
going
go
to
there.
I'm going to take us off so we could bring it up a little bit bigger on the screen and we will roll through kind of quick. But the best part of this, we could click on anything and see box
See it
art and
enlarged.
whatnot. And Dalton, are you a G2 guy?
So look at just the colors. So I mean, G2 again, as we said, like they released a lot of the stuff that came out already in G1 with just different colors,
right
bright
here.
colors.
We can see. Generation 2 was Hasbro's attempt to revive the Transformers brand for the new decade. Electronic lights and sounds. Yeah, I couldn't. Replete? Is that replete with bright
custom,
covers?
yep.
Replete. Is that a, what's that? Repeat or replete?
Replete.
It
Wow.
is a word.
Wow, that's my MC replete.
It's kind
I'm
of
gonna start-
replenish and repeat.
I'm
in
gonna
all
start.
one
I'm gonna
word.
start rhyming. It's gonna be MC replete. I just rhyme everybody's vocals on fiery projectiles, starting in 1993, baby. So let's roll down with the combiners, the Aerobots. What are you guys thinking about these colors?
Look at
I
this.
mean, they're wild.
Yeah, I actually,
yeah.
I, don't,
It's
I
blue.
actually did pick up the G2 colors of this one and the Combiner Wars box set that came out like a few years ago.
Okay.
Because some
Yeah,
of them did
Mr.
look
I've
alright
been
for a
in
while.
their colors.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did have one. Yeah, they did.
See, that's what I like about this site. You just click it and see the, you see
Yeah,
the
that looks,
OG
look at that
card.
package.
You know
Yo,
what I mean?
that shit brings back so many
Yeah.
memories, man.
Yeah.
I
You see
remember
the OG
seeing
card
that on
and
the
then-
shelves. Jeez.
And then let's see.
Just be careful with
Sparing-
that slingshot.
Look at that, man.
Does that look weird? You know what I mean? It's like very
Dude,
odd.
we used to
G1,
be in
though,
love with this
G1.
dumb stuff when we were younger, man.
Sure was. Sure was.
This is the best we
man.
had back then. There was nothing
Yeah.
better to
man.
really be like, oh, like this is no good, you know?
Like this color on Slingshot's like, what the fuck? It's like the
Yeah.
gold
It's a-
is brown.
It looks like a
Look at that.
golden butt plug. It's what it looks like. What is that?
But look at that card. That card just says, "Hey, buy me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, kids, buy me."
Yeah, and I think like a lot of these like that was like maybe like $6 or $7 back in the day. So
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
probably like anywhere
Kind of
from $5 to
affordable.
$8 and shit
You
like
know?
that. Silverboat was probably like maybe
10.
12,
15.
10,
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
look at that. Look at that card, man.
Well,
Wow.
what does that price say?
Yeah.
$14.99. Look at it.
14. Yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that.
Boom.
And that's probably it's not a main store, so it could be like a local,
marked up. Yeah, a little marked
yeah,
up.
toy store. But for,
KB
you know,
toy price.
yeah. Nah, that would KB would have
Nah,
that.
that's
you know.
where the-
$14.99 nowadays
that
can't
was
even get
fire,
you a Fisher
bro.
Price transformer.
No.
So then we got
man.
the
Look at
Brudikai.
G2 Brudikai.
That was
The
slick.
big Big Bad Lundudicus.
Yeah.
What are they
at
thinking
that
with these
guy.
legs, man? Oh my god.
Well, that's come on.
I mean, you had
this
to
is going
separate
back to
because of
like the
feet
late,
pieces,
the
but
late '70s, early '80s, man. where
make it
this-
a bit closer.
And
Well,
now
that's
people
true, right?
complain
Because it's
now
always
about
imported from
everything.
Japan.
Yeah, and this is
Late
the
70s.
original, like late '70s, early '80s, man. This is
All he need right there is a gun strap that wraps around his waist, put a gun in it, and he walk like a cowboy because that's exactly what he looks like.
Bow-legged.
Bow-legged.
bow-legged Lou.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, this is why we tell a lot of people who coming into toys like stop complaining because this is what
Right.
we have.
This is
as a
what we
kid.
had,
Exactly.
Now, when you see a third-party piece or a masterpiece piece, you're very happy and
spoiled.
you're forgiving of a
And
lot of stuff.
what you got to remember, when we were younger in the '80s, 83, 84, this was already released Japan easily. Anytime from like 2 to 4 years earlier, depending on the
Yep.
line. So they were way ahead of the game from us, So here is your constructor in the orange color.
Just imagine that thing under a black light.
That was devastating. I said constructor. It's Toy World. So yeah, I mean, and then the yellow.
Yeah, so that's
Yellow,
the one I
yellow.
remember getting back in the day. But I was happy just to have a representation of like Devastator. I never had
So,
those
like,
guys.
So if you bought third-party figures and you're wondering why you saw all these colors, now you know why. Look at that.
Yeah.
Doesn't that just fucking bring your eye to it, man? That's so
I was happy to
dope,
get
man.
all 6, bro. Like, and
Yeah.
with my own money, like I said back in the
I
day.
never had an original Devastator. Never
No,
had
me
it.
neither.
Never
Me
had it.
neither.
I did. Yeah. I had that one. I had and later on, I remember getting the knockoff ones in like the little
Oh god.
Japanese shops.
Yeah.
And it wasn't all
And-
that. Like, you put it all together. It was trash.
Dude,
It had those
I
little
loved
pieces that
going
held
to,
little
10
uh,
together,
bucks,
but-
man. Shoot. What
Rockaway
you at?
Parkway
What you want?
in Canarsie, where I grew up. Rockaway Parkway was like the main fair with all the stores. You had the train, the buses, and all that stuff. There was all these Chinese wig shops, and you could buy, Chinese slippers, fucking throwing fucking stars. You could get your breakdancing fucking, fucking
not the cardboard, not the cardboard.
no, the jackets and whatnot, and then you add your fucking bootleg Transformers and bootleg robots that were there, and I would hit the comic shop and I would go in there, and before I even knew what Robotech was, I had Valkyries for like $3-4. You know what I mean? Like, I had all these dope robots and stuff like that, and like, it just so reminds me about like all these different colors that we see here. I was buying before all this shit came out because it was before it was licensed, and came out in the U.S. I love that shit, man. I love going back and finding that stuff. Now, when you look on eBay, it's like something that cost $5 in 1982 is now like $125. Like, and all it is like this 5-inch little Voltron diecast figure. You know what I mean? So it's like, just going back and thinking about that. And look at this. Why was Inferno just the same color?
Yeah,
Just
they
the
didn't
red
switch him
wheels.
up.
Yeah. Why? I mean, that's weird, right? Where and Jazz had that
Jazz.
crazy.
Jazz look dope
got
though.
some-
man.
Wowie,
Yeah,
wow,
they
wow.
added the different decals on them to make that's that recognizable G2 version.
Yep.
Of that.
Now, wasn't Jazz the original one a Melloway figure
No,
originally before he became a mainline? I could have swore it was a Cocoa Crisp or Chocolate Crisp or whatever the little cereal thing was. He was a
Cocoa
Melloway
Puffs.
for something.
Yo, I actually
You
still
talking
got
about Cookie
this
Crisp?
figure in my
Nah.
office.
Cookie Crisp, yeah.
yeah.
One of the guys
Only
in the
the
store
Melloways
found it,
were-
he brought it to me.
The Melloways
card.
were Reflector, the Omnibots.
Look at that card. That card is fucking killer.
Yeah, I
man.
think it was just them two. Yeah. Them two
And was
sets.
this is one of
Reflector
the
Omnibot.
extra little shooters
Gimmick
that they put on
things.
there. The gimmick probably shoot water or something. I don't know, but
Yeah.
They
Look at
just
that.
Well,
He-
just an extra weapon.
he
like
even gives you
accessory,
the
like-
yeah. Look at
They
it. He even
forgot to
gives you
put the spikes
instructions.
on the wheels though.
Yeah, well, I don't think the comic book was.
That was the comic taking some liberties.
So these are the new ones, the auto rollers,
I was
right?
seeing
This
who's gonna catch that. So-
were these new. These were new molds,
I think
auto
these are
rollers.
new.
These were new
Yep.
molds, right?
And I believe these these ones that were canceled.
$12.99.
What a
$12.99.
dirtbag.
So I guess you
In
pull
nine-
them back. These are the ones you pull back, and you push them, and they
Roadblocks,
transfer.
really?
Yeah, they're
Really?
roadblocks.
Just
Roadblocks.
transfer.
Well,
accelerators.
they had a little switch on the back. One would lock the transformation to where you could just roll them, and they wouldn't transform. If you flip it the other way, it'll go to robot mode. And if you pull it back, it'll go back to vehicle mode.
It's kind of weird that they're not showing robot mode. But
And just
hey,
a
this
heads
is what
up,
we do.
in 1985, Jazz was for sure a melloway for Cookie Crisp.
You said, oh, 95. I thought you were talking about the 80.
1985.
85.
Are you sure?
85.
I'm positive.
I could've sworn
I
I got
remember
him in
seeing
the
it on the
store.
cereal box as a kid. He was originally a melloway.
Ooh, does anybody have anything
Oh, okay.
in the chat going on?
Fact check your boy.
Fact. Ooh, any
Hey,
fact checkers out there?
I
All right,
trust
so
you.
then we got
Oh,
the
see, so like the color
accelerators.
changers. I remember having that green. one,
Yeah, I
man.
remember those, dude.
So I
that
guess
one
this
was
is-
fire.
So they actually had some new molds in this.
No,
but
they
these
did,
were
they
mini
did.
bots. Look at that, $4.99, Toys R Us.
I'd love to get new versions of these guys.
So these were
Yeah,
mini
same.
bots, right? Scram.
I'd be down for those.
Look at that. Come on, is that nostalgic or
Those
what?
were so fun, man. Like the
So
engine
good.
became the gun and all that. Like it was dope.
Turbo
Yeah.
Fire looks awesome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are the
Okay,
like
yeah,
2-inch
yeah.
fucking figures, man. These are like these little guys.
Yeah, they were small, little
Five
quick
bucks.
transformations.
Loki, what did you do?
Uh-oh.
Breaker. I saw one of those
I
at
see what you mean. The gun
I heard
becomes
something
the engine.
fucking
That's why I
crash.
got the little. Okay.
Yeah, I heard
that's
it
kinda Cool. The color changes. I remember having Drench, that green one. I definitely
Yep.
had that little green.
All right, so these are the ones you skied on them and they change color, right?
One. Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Deluge. Deluge. The gun Drench. This one I had.
I
This
just
one I
caught
for
that.
sure.
I know.
had.
There's
I'm
there's
back.
your base for
I remember that
Shattered
car
Glass.
mode.
That's what colors.
This looks so. Look at this. Ugh.
I remember that one.
Well,
not showing-
those colors were the basis of Shattered Glass Sideswipe.
They should show from fucking robot modes here, man.
Scroll
Sorry,
down,
guys, I
gotta
picked the
scroll.
wrong site to find
Gotta-
these things.
Gotta scroll.
Why would you? I scrolled, man. You go. You got the. All you get is the. All you get is the fucking
Yeah, those were
instructions.
fire back in the day, man.
Oh, what about down here? Am I scrolling down here? Am I going? Nope, nope. It just shows you the recolors that it does.
Yeah, they was good for a recolor, a repaint.
Transformer Land. I'm not digging it. You're not showing us the robots. Well, you see it in the art, but
The packaging, man. It's-
So this was redone in was it
Jetstar.
Armada?
I think they
Armada,
did
yep.
release some of these.
Yeah, because they made them mini cons.
Well, this wasn't a mini con. This was an actual figure because it merged with I think Hound or Ironhide.
Cyber Jets. Look at
Oh,
You
Energon.
talking about Energon.
Energon, that's
yeah.
it,
Yeah,
Energon.
Energon, yeah. My bad.
I guess we could tell they're all
I
gonna
had
look
that
the
shit.
same.
Hooligan, yeah. I had
Oh,
all these.
Hooligan
jets.
looks
the Cyber
awesome.
Jets, yeah. I had these.
Dude, but do you see why people lost interest? They're just showing you the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
15 different times with different colors, man.
And that's
Look
why I
at
didn't
this.
get all of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just
I actually
look at
did.
1,
I
2,
had-
3,
yeah, I
4,
guess I
5,
did have
6.
some D2.
I had
You know-
Space Case and
Now-
Hooligan.
Now, do these guys combine to make? No, they don't
No,
combine.
they were
So
just
why
jets.
No.
do I give a fuck about all of them? You know
I
what I
had
mean?
that star screen, the G2 star screen.
All right,
I
what was
remember
was there a price point on it? 2 for $5. The KB, the KB red
Originally,
pen. KB, yeah, the KB red pen was out, baby. Six.
They said,
2
"Get
for
these
$5."
the heck out of here."
Oh,
Ain't
man,
nobody
I
buying them.
love the red KB pen, man. Look at
Ramjet
this.
that just dropped as a
Yeah.
third-party remake.
Make, yeah, make toys.
Dude, and they killed the cover and they killed the fuck. They really killed the packaging.
Oh yeah, look,
man.
I got
That
the
looks
little
good.
sound, the little sound box too.
Yep.
I remember that.
Yep.
Like a scraping noise.
That's
a
why
jet
like when
noise.
Make Toys did their like exclusive,
Yeah.
like that it was just
That
like the
you-
packaging.
I have
this little
that one.
packaging.
Yeah, I got
I have
it.
that one.
Camo.
I
little
want it in the
camo
game.
action.
Look at that.
And
That's
I
the
had,
star
I
screen
actually
I
had. That's the exact one. I had Get Right Robot sign it for me.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Shout
that
out
one.
to
Yeah,
him.
I got that. That's sitting right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's sweet,
Dope.
man.
Yeah, I got it right. I
That
got it
is
sitting
sweet.
on my desk right here.
They did the nostalgic packaging and everything. That's great.
Yeah, I liked. Yeah, what that's what I'll give Make Toys. When they redid those, they really knocked it out of the park with
Look at
that.
that
they
blue
killed
Grimlock.
it with
I
the
had
G2
that.
How many Grimlocks? Blue, silver,
blue one.
turquoise, slag green. Fans Toys. What are you doing? I mean, I don't think we need to go through.
Let's see.
Yeah, Fancy
Fancy Toys made all of
Had
those.
that, man.
They made all of
look
them.
at
Yeah, they
that.
made all of those. Yeah.
Those were a little more. It was a little more
Now,
money.
did they all come out the same year? When was these released?
I don't know.
wanna say
I know when
93.
Fanspace did them, they all dropped into around the same time.
92,
Yeah, 93.
yeah,
Look,
93.
look. Let's go
That's
back to this one.
crazy.
93. So they dropped them.
Yeah.
And maybe they were dropped in
93.
different parts of the world around the same time. Like
Yeah,
America
yeah,
got
I
that
guess so,
color,
yeah,
Europe
yeah.
got that color.
I
Or
can't
like
see
different quarters of the year.
I can't see the chat, so I don't know if anybody's chiming in to say, "Hey, that was
Nope.
a UK release," or. But you would think
None of
it would be posted here. I don't. Once
Give
again,
you accessories and whatnot.
once
but
again, Transformer World is letting me down.
GoBots.
The
I remember that.
GoBots.
Oh my god.
they bought them out by then.
Blowout.
They just had their name on the packaging.
So these basically became the spy changers in the Car
Yep.
Robots line, right? I still got a bunch of these in a box, bro.
Yeah, they called these GoBots, but didn't use GoBot names, of course.
The old spy
Now look at
changers.
that retool. Look at High Beam and look at Bumblebee. All they did was take off the back.
Let's see. Where High Beam.
High
Where am I
Beam
looking?
right there. Yep.
All right.
Yeah. It's the same.
Look.
Oh, yeah, put the engine on the back of that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And on Bumblebee, it's no engine.
Oh my goodness.
And a couple years later, it turned into a Night Racer at BotCon.
Oh,
That's right. Purple.
One's
I
back.
had the purple
G2
version.
Heroes
That's it.
Megatron. Look at that.
Yeah. And
Yeah, it was
those
branded-
would press on them.
There it
and
is.
then the missile.
Branded as
launch.
Arch Force in UK.
that was the
That's what I
laser
had.
Optimus.
Yeah.
So good. man.
Yeah.
So terrible.
Was that the laser one? And then
No,
I
it
had that.
wasn't.
I had that road pig, the
What are
motorcycle.
laser rods? They're just mini bots.
They had the little light up features, like the weapons would light up.
$8.99 right there, guys. $8.99.
Over here, Star
Yeah.
Wars copying.
Yeah.
I just realized I
That is
straight
like
lied to y'all at the beginning of the show. I did have some of
94.
these.
Electra there,
Look
good
at
luck
that
getting one that's
Megatron.
not
There's
broken.
laser.
All right, here we go. This is the meat and potatoes right
Yeah,
here.
there it is.
There you go.
Yeah, we got through the bullshit.
I
Look
didn't
at
have
this.
Oh, yeah.
This one I never had though.
Look at
I
the
never
art
had
on the
this one.
side.
I had that Megatron though. That Megatron, I was so happy to have that, man.
I think this is
He
the
was
one thing
huge.
you could say that it was definitely in tune with the G2 art. Look at the art on the side of
Yeah.
the tanker. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Like,
I wish I would have had this Optimus. I never actually even remember seeing that on the show.
Look at the price
I
on
would've
it.
picked
Go.
up.
Can you go back?
Oh
real
no,
quick,
no, I
Gus?
can't believe there's no robot form on this,
What
man.
was the
And
price?
This is the sales price.
$44.99 was regular.
And the sales price was $14.99.
$14.99. The KB done. $44.99 was the original price in
And they
'93.
clearance that for $14.99.
Wow.
Crazy.
See the Megatron.
And now I love
Look at
this.
that
I
Megatron.
need
I
to.
used
I
to love
want
this
Yeah,
one.
he
of
was
these, man.
huge, man.
huge.
It's a fucking statue. It doesn't do anything, but I want it, man. I really,
And it had a
I
voice
really
box.
dig that.
And to speak back to the transformation of that, very simplistic.
I can't believe there's no robot mode, man. What
I never
the
owned
fuck?
this one, but yeah, I was definitely
Sorry,
digging it.
guys. This is a
Just
poor
because it was
pick.
a tank Megatron, you know. It
This
was
is a
new.
poor
It was
pick
different
for,
concept for Megatron at the time.
Look at all
All
the
right.
stuff that comes with.
Nope, this is the one we all know.
mhm.
And that
And I
trailer
loved
and the
having
voice
that
box
too.
integrated very well. That was
Yeah,
slick.
it did.
Look at that box art, man. That is so dope.
Yeah, I loved having this. Too.
That is a nice window box presentation, man. It's all about the left-hand side with that fucking graphic, man.
I am Optimus Prime.
Yep.
No,
Oh,
you not.
Optimus Prime.
I'll never forget that, man.
Yeah. Oh, remember
mini
those? I remember
vehicles,
those.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh,
beach
yeah.
gum and the repaints.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
I got those later on.
Look at that,
like,
$199. Disrespected in your face.
Yeah, those were cheap. dude.
Reduced. Price will be changed at checkout.
Crazy.
Wow, sorry G2.
You can get that boy for $1. I got $1.
Right.
Bumblebee.
That's a good card, man.
The rubber
like that.
tires.
Yeah, that
Like
card
it
is
never
really
did
good.
have rubber tires.
Yeah, I
oh, no,
really
actually,
wish-
you know what? I think a
I
couple
don't-
of them didn't have advertised at one point.
$4.49. I mean, I don't know why this website doesn't give us the fucking.
Sea spray. Actually, I got that sea spray
Yeah,
right
I
now.
remember
Look
that.
at me.
That chrome.
Yeah.
That was fire.
I'm
Back metallized parts. Come on, somebody.
shiny and shit.
Realistically styled.
Shiny and shit.
Like,
All
here
right,
you go. Dreadwing.
new characters, right? Dreadwing
Yep.
and Smoke. These were
Smokescreen.
new. Were these actually new molds?
That was a combined feature, right? So like it would land in there, and then like it'll expand and become a bigger shell for him or something like that.
It,
Yeah.
Look at
There it
that.
is. Yep, that's it.
And then once you pull Smokescreen out, the wings fold up for tank mode.
yeah, it was definitely from a Japanese release. But look at that, $9.99.
And the original price was
$29.
$30.
Yep,
That's
30
crazy.
bucks.
Crazy.
Yep.
And of course, oh wait a minute, did we get a robot? Was I not scrolling enough?
No. Yeah, it's the same one you just.
Hold on. All right, we got a card.
Text.
Oh, guys,
okay.
look at this. Dust Mites wasn't scrolling. Did we get a robot mode?
No, I don't think that
Nah.
was it.
They said
No.
help your couch.
Ah, come on.
They gave you hope and just yank it away.
Yeah, it's my life story, bro. They give me the
But-
hope, and they just. Do we
They
really know?
reused that name again.
Do we really
in the,
need to go through this?
No.
This is like, hey, $5.99.
So those
But
were
this
the
was all
characters
new
that
mold
they
stuff.
just showed in that G2 comic book right there. He was one of them.
Yep.
Manta Ray.
That's
Same
kind of
gimmick.
slick. I dig that.
What's the gimmick?
Speedboat.
That's the
That's-
rotors. So you pull the
yeah.
ripcord.
Okay. You put. Oh, okay.
They
Yeah.
fly. Nice.
Uh huh. Power drive.
Power drive
And
is pretty
away we go. Power drive. Ransack.
Dr. Ran of the sex.
Ransack was originally an Insecticon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep,
that's
the
when I-
deluxe Insecticon.
Usually,
Yeah,
if I
deluxe.
run and it splashes up
Oh, I
against
remember
my
having that
thigh, I call it a
Pterodactyl, too.
ransack.
Oh, I remember having that afterburner.
Anybody,
I had
please?
these-
Anybody get that one?
these-
I've actually never seen these.
Look at that. That's dope.
Yeah, I had
Three,
these.
You said you
$4.99.
had
Toys
these,
R
you had
Us.
these, Jose?
Yeah, this I remember.
The Flying Angels style color scheme.
That
Eagle
I remember.
Eye.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't have that one, but I had the one after that and the next one.
Yeah, I'm not even
Pterodactyl.
sure
Kinda
if
looks like what
if
the
this
last stand of the Seekers is gonna be.
if
Yeah, they
looking
do
at
look
this looking at this site is how shady it is with the robot mode. I'm not even sure if this is going to be the end of the line, but I think it is the end of the line because it got cut pretty fucking quick, right?
Well, yeah, that's it. It didn't really last too long. They tried and they got pretty
Well,
much
because you know what?
demolished
Look
by
at
the other lines
this.
out there.
This is like it's nothing.
And it was
another
basically
retool.
just rehash, and and some of the new stuff they were putting out wasn't really that great compared to other things coming out at the time.
Yep. Yep.
All right, so this is all I got here now.
it,
So if anybody in the chat's arguing, I'm sorry, guys. This is the
Nope.
site that I
They are
chose to use
Cooling, buddy.
because
They're
I thought maybe this would be where they released it and whatnot. But that Megatron tank, I really need to get that, man. That shit is dope, man. But all right,
There's still a bunch of like canceled stuff that they put out there, like Menasor and Defensor.
Yeah, man.
I'm sure we're gonna get a G2 Defensor. They just
It's
put
already
that
went
box set out on pre-order today on Pulse.
Oh, you
which is
talking
like-
about Chug line?
The
Chug,
Chug,
yeah.
the Chug Menasor, like in the sort of like the toy kind of colors
Yeah,
and deco. So I know they're gonna put out a G2 version of that. You know that's coming.
yeah.
You know that's coming. We actually already got one of the right. A couple of them are out.
We got
But
two.
dude,
of 'em, yeah.
nobody told me about the. Brian said pretenders are the robot scrolls.
Yeah.
I said that earlier.
Yeah.
That is fucking funny. I didn't hear that, man. That is fucking funny, man.
So that was
Oh,
cool.
man.
Nice little peek back at the.
Yeah, man, that was yeah, a little different,
Time
Yeah.
capsule.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think, man? You get a little nostalgic and think maybe you're gonna dip into the new G2 line, or just
I'm okay.
let
with
it
that.
go, just let
I'm
it go
okay
and
with
not
that.
care about it.
If anything,
mean-
if I do, it's gonna be something from the Legends line, just to have something to mess with. But other than that,
Don't.
never.
Adult, put it back up there.
I didn't dip. I'm swimming.
Oh,
in
he's
the G2
all
line.
in. Yeah.
he's in.
I
he's
mean,
in.
So now,
We're
like
t-
the new line, they're not just doing the only like old school stuff. They're doing like stuff that was supposed to come out. Am I
Yeah.
correct?
right.
That never made it because it got canceled. So they're doing actual
Like
versions.
that
of
Mirage that he has that never made the light of day.
Or
Okay,
you know,
okay.
the side swipe in this kind of Miami Vice style color scheme
Yeah.
instead of the typical, you know, black, green, and red.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
you know,
that's
changing
the
up
shit that's
rim
like
line.
making me think like, wow, that's so cool, but you don't need it. Why?
Yeah. See, but it's cool for the people that want it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like,
Yeah.
again, like, I've gotten a couple of those G2 colored versions. Like, I got the Megatron, I got the Laser Optimus or whatever, because I just like the way it looked.
Yeah.
Even though it was like, man, I should have just waited for the black, repainted that for the Scourge, you know. But I do have a few of those G2 figures. I just don't like. I'm not gonna go all in on the line, but I
Yeah.
think a couple of them kind of scratch
Cherry
at it
pick.
for me. And that's fine. Like if I
Yeah,
like the way it looks,
yeah.
I might grab it. But for the most part, I'm glad I could stay away from.
I think it's cool that they're actually releasing stuff that everybody kind of wanted that never came out. Now that you're an adult and you can walk right in and buy it for like $10 or $20, it's pretty.
So
cool,
don't you got
know?
that Toxitron too? That let
Oh,
me
yeah.
see, hold
This
that up.
motherfucker went in.
at
Look
that.
at this. Look at this.
That looks crazy.
Hey.
Dude,
Yeah,
Colonel
you know?
Mustard. That purple.
Yeah.
That
That
was more like
purple.
wasabi.
Honestly, that purple is really popping on that. With the,
It is.
purple
It,
pops.
oh, the purple
mustard.
tires and
Yeah, with the green, that really pops.
You can put
Wow.
them with your constructor cars. Look at that.
I mean,
Look at
it's
that.
pretty
That's dope,
close.
man.
Yeah.
Look at that.
See?
Look at
Nice
that.
setup, D
Pretty
man. Looking good,
You
bro.
got an eye.
Yeah, I've
I
still
know.
got a
I know
ways
you
to go
just.
with
I know
it.
you just moved recently, man. Looks pretty good, man. Nice setup.
Yeah,
man.
man.
It's good, bro.
Yeah, after BotCon, I've got to kind of slow down on toy purchases and get some more.
No, keep it going, bro.
Well, no. I need to get bookcase. Put some of that money towards bookcases.
Just let it pile up on the floor. You're good. It's all
I'm
good. It'll make it so much.
kind of ahead of you there.
Buy risers. You're good.
I'd love to get some
Risers will
risers.
change the world.
There you go, Jose.
You fit so much more.
Yeah. See.
So
I got-
all right. So which one was that? That was the.
That's the laser. Yeah.
the laser prime.
Optimus. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
that They put out.
The Scourge looks so much better though, man.
It does, and so does Toxitron.
I always liked that, man. When I bought the car robot Scourge, that shit was so dope, man.
So nice, man. Nice. So all right, that'll wrap us up for the night.
Yeah, man, guys, what a good night, man. I really enjoyed this, man. I hope you guys had a good time going through memory lane. I know it was a little bit, a lot on the screen sharing side, but you know,
Nah, that's cool, man. That's cool. It's nice to see some of this old school stuff. So
yeah.
without any further ado, we'll just take it around the yard real quick. Get somewhere you at. So we'll call it a night. I don't know if anybody's gonna hang out. You know, I don't know. Maybe we'll throw the link out.
Yeah,
Throw the
maybe.
link out in the
Let's do
group.
it.
See who pops in. All right, but let's go around. Say what's up. So Derek, let them know, bro. Let them know.
Derek B, aka Derek Bixby, on your Book of Faces. You can find me there. You can find me on Instagram. Sometimes I'm still trying to get that, still trying to get stuff on there. I'm just
Hashtag.
I know I'm y'all
gotta get into it.
y'all
Hashtag,
stay
man.
stay on me. But nonetheless, you can find me there as Derek.
What?
Yeah, and and you can also find me here. Do you even transform, bro? Or right out the box whenever we can get those in. But you can definitely catch me every other Friday on the Realm Hatton Project.
Hey,
Nice.
yo.
All right. Don't.
Hey, did you share the track with all the guys?
I did.
All right,
and
cool,
he really loved it. He was like, he's like,
Yeah, I
that's
remixed it and everything, man. So I hope you
Yeah, the
guys
drum
enjoyed
beats
it.
on that bug was dope, man.
I made the drums harder on
We
that.
may have to play that. We may have to play that one publicly. But
Might be on an album. You never know.
I mean, the original was good, but that one was woo.
Yeah, I remixed it a little
Yeah,
bit. Brought the
man.
drums up a little bit. And horns.
Okay. Nice.
Shout out to the Realm Hunting Project. Every other
Yes, sir.
month, Friday
Yes,
on
sir.
this channel.
Great
right
bunch
here.
of guys, including Rick. So yeah. He gonna kill me for that one.
Sorry.
But that's all right. You know I love that
deserve it.
dude, man. Hey, but yeah, but that's where y'all can find me.
Dalton. Cut him off, bro. Cut him off.
I'm Dalton. You can find me everywhere at Daltinian or Daltinian95. I'm Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or I guess X now. Ugh.
The X.
Yeah,
X.
X. No more Bluebird. Yeah. All right, sweet. Thanks for joining us tonight, dude.
Glad you could have me.
Eric B, let him know.
Yo, you can find me, Eric B, in Facebook groups, Eric Burgess. Also on Instagram, Mr_EDUB82. Don't forget to stop by BotCon this coming month, man, where we're doing the Rama Collectors Presents the Toy Drive, where they're supporting Kennedy's Village. Come and drop off a toy. And if you drop off something that is valued at $19.99 or more, you will walk away with a special gift while supplies last. Don't forget to come by. What's up?
I don't
I had
have
a
a,
qu- you know
I
what?
don't have a,
Somebody
I don't
asked
I don't
me.
have a I don't have a graphic from. Sorry.
I was looking for it too in the group. Fucking
Someone
I got it.
asked
I got it
pictures
if you
in there.
want to.
Oh yeah, throw it up there, man.
Yeah,
Let's
throw
throw
it
the
up, man.
fucking graphic up there, man.
Hit that share screen. I got it.
I gotta put. We gotta
got it.
download that and up it to every brand on the StreamYard channel.
So
Yeah,
Eric,
man.
someone actually asked
Yo.
me this, and this is actually a legit question because
Ask you?
I should have been more clear on that on Friday as well. The toys that you bring, it doesn't all have to be at the $20 level above,
No,
right?
no.
Correct.
That's just the if you want to give a $20 toy, a $20 or more toy, you get something in return. But you can still bring the
Yeah,
lesser
I mean,
value.
listen.
Yeah.
Anything that is sealed, unused, brand new in a box doesn't mean that you had to buy it at that time. It could be something that you bought 4 or 5 years ago that you think is a value that a kid would enjoy. You know what I mean? So long as it is sealed, unopened in a packaging, that's what we would like to have, so we can get these kids something nice. And again, it can be valued at $2 or $3. It can be valued at $50, your choice. But if you want the,
But if
to
you're
walk
bringing the
away with
$20, you get a little something.
that, you get a little something in return.
That's
correct?
dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Yes.
That is-
Thanks for clarifying.
So
that,
just
yeah.
back to trucking. Beep, beep.
Yep.
Nice, very nice, yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys can see the image there, but I am
No, it's up there.
representing, so-
It's up
It's
there.
up.
All right, cool. And there you go, man. So, if you want to know more information about our organization and what we do to bridge the gap between sickle cell research and care, check us out right there at kennedysvillage.org. That is kennedysvillage.org, or on your social media platforms at Kennedy's Village. And that's me, guys.
Thank you, dude. Appreciate you.
Oh yeah.
All right, Dust.
Yo, Dust Bites on Instagram, Eddie Dust Bites in the Facebook groups. Listen to my music. It's on most streaming platforms, I think, now. I got the Deezer, the Tidal, anything else out there. Let me know what you guys want. I could get my distributor to put it out there. New music coming soon. I know I died on Beers 4, but Blood, Sweat, and Beers is it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of new, a little bit of this. Oh wow, I remember when he did this style type stuff. It's gonna be a good mix, and then of course you got October. What does October bring?
It's going to be spooky time. Spooky time.
Trigger Beats. The trilogy
Beats.
is going to end.
Trigger
but-
Beats.
Y'all.
Yeah, man. I'm very happy to hang out again, man. It's been a couple of weeks. Work's been killing me. I got a new cat, of course. Loki's running around like a maniac. It's been very
Loki.
refreshing for the past couple of days. What? All right. So now when I say, hey, instead of Wookiee, I can say Loki
you say
now.
Loki.
And it's
Loki.
but I didn't mean the name to be so close, but this is a funny story before we go. I picked it up at this house, and the house is very sketch. The dude who came out, blue hair, he was acting all weird. I felt for 12 weeks he was a little light, and I was like, man, I just got to get this cat out of here. You know what I mean? It's like, he wanted $100, and I was like, whatever. He never took it to the vet. It just, when I saw him, it was very. I just wanted to get him out of there. You know what I mean? So I put him in my little box with the lid, and the lid's not shut, but I'm holding my hand on it just to make sure that it gets air, because I didn't have anything, because it was a last minute thing at work. Next thing I know, it's on the back dash. He's on the back dash. Then he's on the front dash. Then he's under my feet. Then I'm holding him. Then he's around here. Then he's there, and he's looking at me, going, all these, and he's looking at me right now. And like when I got him home within an hour, I'm like, man, this guy is just always trouble. And that's when I thought, Loki, God of Mischief.
Yeah.
You know? And I was
Nice.
like, man, there's no better name for this little piece of shit. So now
glad he
here's
got
the
it.
hard part of my life is getting him and the old girl to get together. So I just went to the vet this week, and he's got the clean bill of sale, no feline AIDS, no, and I could. Now the hard part starts. How do I get him and her to not? I don't care. I don't care if they're la holding hands. Just tolerate each other.
Just
You know what I mean?
coexist.
Because Oreo's been in.
You better get him neutered because he see
Oh,
Oreo
yeah,
like, hey, yo.
right.
Well, no, Ori's fixed. Ori's fixed. He's 12. He's fixed,
He ain't. He don't
Well,
care.
that's what I
Not
told
gonna- not gonna
that's what I
mess
told
with
the
that.
doctor today. The first thing I said is, when can we get him neutered? Because I don't want him spraying. I had a cat when I was a kid that my mom didn't neuter, and it sprayed on shit. And I went to school
God. Yeah.
in 7th
back
grade
in the day.
smelling like fucking cat piss. Bad enough we were on welfare and I didn't have the fucking clothes then I smelled like cat piss on top of it. So
Yeah. No, I know.
that's
I know.
something that I will not tolerate now. Off with their head. And he's looking at me right now like, ah. But yeah, I haven't talked to you guys in a while, but shout out to Loke.
Shout
Loke.
out
I call him
to
Loke. Loke. Shout
Little
out Loke.
Loke. Little
Yep.
Loke.
But that's me. So sorry guys.
Nice, man.
Cool.
No
All
problem.
good.
No
The
problem.
beer's got me. I'm in a good mood. Inventory's over.
We're on. Do you even transform, bro? It's okay.
Yeah, transform.
So,
Do you even
uh,
cat, bro?
Yeah. So as for
I do.
myself,
I
Facebook,
do.
Twitter, Instagram, all at Harrigan BX, as it says right there. Also at DS4 Fitness on Instagram. Enter the realm every single Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern on this channel. And check out past episodes of Verbally Challenged with Harrigan BX on all audio
Hey,
platforms.
when are you gonna get that new one up?
I know. Soon enough.
Dude,
Soon enough.
just throw it up without anything. We were good. We had a good conversation, right?
Yeah, I know. I
I
just
don't
got
think you need to edit. Just throw it up.
All right. I will. So that's it, guys. Special episode, special pop-up event of Do You Even Transform, bro? Don't know when the next episode's coming, but that's what makes it fun. We'll be back next time, very soon,
sir.
with a new episode. So until then, take care, stay safe, and peace out, guys. Peace out. Thanks, Chat Squad. Hit the button.
I'm looking for it. Hold on. Where's the
I forgot.
outro? But there's
Scroll,
so much new here. Here we go. I
You're like,
found
Jose,
it, people.
Play this.
Play this.
All right.
Say it with me now.
Round